Good evening. I am here. It is 1:21 on Wednesday, January 7th. I'm late again, as usual. To be fair, though, this week has been extremely busy for me. I have had a lot to do this week, and I'm tired too. So I've been kind of jumping around a few things, and it's a lot of stuff. Most of it good, but it's definitely been hitting me a little harder than I was hoping this week. So, I'm gonna try to not have this happen as often, but right now it's still unfortunately gonna happen. So I'm here tonight. Last night we finished Legend ZA's DLC story, main story. We didn't finish it, but we'll be going back to that at some point tonight, and probably Thursday, maybe tomorrow. We're gonna be doing more Apollo Justice. And this Saturday, I'm going to be doing a triple stream. Not a triple stream, but I'm going to be doing a 3-segment stream because Nintendo has 3 events happening this weekend in 3 different games. There's a Tetris 99 Maximus Cup, a Kirby Air Riders event, and a Splatfest happening all at the same time. So I'm going to stream myself playing all 3 of them. Why not? Because I was going to do it anyway. Well, the Kirby one I wasn't, but I was going to do the Splatfest and the Tetris 99 thing, so I figured, why not just throw the Kirby Air Riders event in there too? So it'll be the night of too many Nintendo events happening at the same time, which just rolls off the tongue. Hey, Quillsoft, thought of having intimacy bothers you, therefore you were the Ace Attorney. I mean, given how Phoenix, never marries, what's it saying about him? He's the aromantic attorney. He's the arrow attorney. That's not true. He loved his murder girlfriend in college. Anyway, Dual Destinies. We have finished the first 2 episodes and the SP episode, which takes place between 2 and 3. I've said it a bunch of times. So now we're just back on track to just go through the rest of the game. Trajectory set. No more deviations. That said, before we go to the next case, I'm going to put Phoenix in the nostalgic sweater. Switch. I'll keep Apollo. No, you know what? We'll put Apollo in the... No, we'll keep in the street clothes. We will put Athena in the Academy uniform, though. It'll be very relevant to the plot of this next case. Do you wonder why they stopped making these? I was thinking that, too, because Spirit of Justice is celebrating its 10-year anniversary this year, and this was the last Ace Attorney game. And it's outside of collections, so it's been a hot minute since we've got an Ace Attorney game, and given that Capcom said they want to make new Mega Man, Ace Attorney, and DMC games, and they also just announced a Mega Man game like a month ago, I'm hoping that means that we'll hear about Ace Attorney 7 this month. Not this month, this year. Anyway, so we are now halfway through the game, and we are ready to start Episode 3, Turnabout Academy. Gonna be a good time. I believe this starts the cutscene, so I'm just gonna take a back seat here.
Themis Legal Academy, a prestigious high school with alumni in the highest echelons of the legal world.
But then the dark hour hit, and Persona 3 started. Hey, we know that person in the lower left there. Ding dong, bing bong. A body has been discovered! My favorite bit of trivia is that with the original trilogy, the Nintendo Wii version allows you to thrust the Wii remote forward to object, and the DS version allows you to scream into the microphone to do so. Yep. That's how I experienced the games for the first time. All on the 3DS. DS and 3DS. October 24th, 1:25 p.m. Themis Legal Academy. More like Penis Legal Academy. Oh no. I'm gonna be late. Woo, finally. So this is it. The illustrious Themis Legal Academy. This is the place where many distinguished lawyers and prosecutors got their start. Might's a little low. Okay, that's good. Looks really funny with that with those clothes on. I'm a little sad the modern collections don't have a fun gimmick like that. Yeah, they should add a Switch 2 update. The Switch 2 has a microphone on it. Add an update to the collections on Switch 2 that let you use the microphone to object. When news spread that Mr. Wright had gotten his attorney's badge back, he received a call from the school asking him to pay a visit. Mr. Wright brought us along, hoping we'd learn something from the experience. But no, I had to go and blow it by getting here 30 minutes late. At least it's not all business today. After all, today's their school festival. Justitia's Diner. Prosecute and Classy Cafe. Guilty Dogs. Live. Ooh, there's a guitar over there. I don't know what that means. Mock Trial. Waiting Room. School Festival. Culpable Curry? I don't remember that. I could go for some culpable curry. Culpably spicy. Art exhibit. October 21st, 1:29 p.m. Themis Legal Academy. First floor hallway. Wow, this place has school festival written all over it. Literally. But why all the cold stares? Is it because everyone's in a school uniform except me? Well, I like the way I dress. Athena, what are you talking about? You're in a school uniform. I wonder where Mr. Wright and Apollo are. Your attention, please. This is an announcement from the Mock Trial Committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty, please proceed at once to the lecture hall. Thank you. Sounds like a mock trial's about to start, but where's this lecture hall anyway? Looks like all the students and faculty are heading that way. Might as well join them. Maybe I'll find Mr. Wright and Apollo there. October 24th, 1:33 p.m. Themis Legal Academy. Third floor lecture hall. I love how advanced the technology looks here. Meanwhile, you know, like less than 8 years ago, we were using black and white cell phone photos in court as evidence. This must be the lecture hall. Wow, they spent some serious money on this place. The district court can't even compete against this. Hey, Athena, over here! Oh, I thought that was someone else. Ah, Mr. Wright, Apollo. I've been looking for you two. I'm so sorry I'm late. It's okay. Sorry we couldn't wait for you. We didn't want to be late for our meeting. Lucky for you, the person we're supposed to meet also seems to be running late. Mr. Wright, Mr. Justice, it seems Professor Court is yet to arrive. This fucking guy. Jesus. How unprofessional of her to keep visitors to our esteemed institution waiting like this. I shall make her right. I will not. Oh, who do we have here? Oh, right. You haven't been introduced yet. Ah, yes. You must be the young lady Mr. Wright was telling me about. I am Aristotle Means, a professor at this hallowed hall of learning. I oversee the lawyer course here. It is a pleasure to meet you. I'm Athena Sykes. Just recently got my attorney's badge myself. Why are you gray? It's nice to meet you too. How wonderful. So vigorous and vivacious. You just earned yourself a gold star. Wow, thanks. That big smile of his is kind of scary, though. Looks like the mock trial's about to begin. What are we going to do about our meeting? Oh, speaking of the mock trial, do either of you know what it's about? Oh, but I thought we had sent a pamphlet to your office. Right, the pamphlet. Whatever happened to that? Brand new shiny badge. It shows that I'm a lawyer. Apollo Justice, age 23. Lawyer who's been at the agency since before I joined. He has an amazing ability to spot lies through people's tells. Phoenix Wright, age 34. The lawyer who owns the agency. I owe him for giving me the chance to become a full-fledged lawyer. Trucy Wright, age 16. Mr. Wright's darling daughter. She wants to be a famous magician someday. Aristotle Means, age 45. A lawyer course professor at the academy. His smile is somewhat scary. You won't be seeing it again. Trucy used it for the old rip it up and restore it trick. Unfortunately, it didn't work as advertised. Phoenix just like, man, that child o' mine. Well, it seems I'd better explain the situation then. Thank you, Professor. Lawyer's badge. What magnificent presentation technique. Both your timing and speed were impeccable. Speed? You mean speed's important when presenting evidence, too? Absolutely. The speed and approach angle theorems are the first things we teach here. I believe Mr. Wright and others like him already make extensive use of them. You do, boss? Well, to some degree, I guess. Never even crossed my mind. This lawyer thing is deeper than I thought. The Miss Legal Academy. Now, does anyone have any questions? I do, Professor. Could you tell me all about your school? What an excellent question. Here's a gold star for asking. Our academy has 3 courses to choose from. Students seeking to be lawyers take the lawyer course. Likewise, budding prosecutors take the prosecutor course, and future judges, the judge course. Wow, you have everything here for someone who wants to seriously pursue a career in law. Yes, well, that makes our school special, and today even more so. After all, we are to be treated to a lecture by the legendary attorney, Phoenix Wright. We can't wait to hear all about his return to the legal profession. You're giving a lecture, Mr. Wright? But you're not even a professor. Yeah, well, I'm just giving them what they want. Did you even know you were meant to be giving a lecture here at the hall today? Yeah, sort of. But I came early because I was supposed to have a meeting with the head of the judge course, Constance Court. It's been a whirlwind of a morning. Let's leave it at that. Professor Court. She's a wonderful instructor, but quite unpunctual. Oh, so that's who's late. From what I've heard, our esteemed Mr. Wright here is scheduled to hold a training seminar tomorrow, in addition to today's lecture. A training seminar? For lawyers? What exactly does that involve? Not the Feeny fit. Hey, Dynamaxing, how you doing? Why, it involves the very skills that make a lawyer a lawyer. Stop smiling, please. The arm angle when shouting objection. The proper way to strike the podium. How to project one's voice. And most importantly, how to bluff your way to victory. Huh? Who exactly do you want me to teach stuff like that to again? What a wonderful question. You just earned yourself a gold star. The great honor of taking a seminar by a famous lawyer and a famous prosecutor. That is what is at stake at this mock trial, the crown jewel of the school festival. The mock trial in question is a prestigious event that every student aspires to win. The top student in the lawyer course and the top student in the prosecutor course face off in a simulated court case set in this very school. As for the case itself, we select the best script written by a judge course student and base our case on that. Oh, a one-on-one battle! How thrilling! So if the student studying to be a lawyer wins, they get to take my training seminar? What if the other student wins? I'm not a prosecutor, so... There's no cause for alarm. We have a famous prosecutor ready for just such a case. But exactly who it is, well, that is a special surprise. A famous prosecutor? No, it can't be. Professor Means, forgive me for interrupting you and your guests. I'm Juniper Woods, a senior in the judge course. Professor, the trial will begin shortly, since you'll be delivering the pre-trial speech. Would you mind waiting up in the balcony until we're ready for you? Yo, if Junie comes back in Ace Attorney 7 as a new judge, that would be so cool. Since, presumably, it would be at least 2 years after this game, and she's like 16 or 17 now, so she'd be a judge, assuming she graduates. My, how very organized you are, Juniper. You just earned yourself a gold star, too. Udgy needs to retire, man. Yeah, exactly. But what about Professor Court? Well, I suppose she'll eventually arrive. I want to see Juniper as a judge, and I want to see Eustace come back as a established prosecutor. Now then, I trust you will look after our other visitors, Juniper. Yes, of course, Professor Means. Juniper? Juniper Woods? Is that you? Then, Athena? I almost didn't recognize you. I didn't know you were back from Europe. Wait, you two know each other? Now that's a coincidence. We've known each other since we were kids. We're like best friends, right, Junie? Yes, well, we lived close to each other, so we used to play in the forest together. Yeah, like a lot. Why won't you look at me? I guess I shouldn't be surprised since we haven't seen each other in a long time. Anyway, we're supposed to go wait in the waiting room, right? Not that I wouldn't mind taking in the mock trial you're putting on today. Unfortunately, the mock trial is only for students and faculty. There is one seat reserved for Mr. Wright, but no other exceptions are allowed. Yes, I'm very sorry, but it's part of the student curriculum, after all. Hope you won't mind remaining in the waiting room until the trial concludes. We're full-blown lawyers! You could let us sit in and watch a fake trial. Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping to learn something new today. I'll tell you what, Apollo, why don't you take my place? What? Really? Sure. Besides, I'd like to go meet with Professor Court as soon as she gets here. Aw, no fair. I want to see the mock trial, too. Sorry, I'm going to let Apollo pull what little rank he has. It's okay with Professor Means. Yeah, he's insignificant, and we blow him off all the time, but he gets a little seniority over you, because he was here a year longer. But of course, Mr. Wright, if that's what you wish. It's settled then. We'll expect a full and detailed report, Apollo, so pay attention. Being the new kid sure stinks. If you would please follow me, I'll escort you down to the waiting room on the first floor. October 24th, 2:15 p.m. Themis Legal Academy. First floor, waiting room. So again, this takes place before the first case of this game. So we already know that Juniper isn't gonna do anything awful. And that she opens up more, because obviously she's not the same as she is here. Still no Professor Court. It's been over 30 minutes. Constance Court, age 47. The professor invited Mr. Wright to the academy. She's a judge course teacher, but she's not very punctual. Juniper Woods, age 18. Senior in the judge course. She's a good friend, and I've known her since childhood. Oh, so she'd be like 20 in Ace Attorney 7. If there's one thing I dislike about Dual Destinies is how disjointed the timeline of cases is. I mean, it's just case 1, really. Case 1 takes place after some of the other cases, and then you go back and you lead yourself up to that point. And then the downloadable case, the DLC case, takes place between 2 and 3, so it ends up being like weird if you play them in order, which I didn't do. I played the SP course last, case last. Sorry, I have 3 drinks tonight because I was doing voiceover work earlier. So I actually had a drink open already, but I like to have at least 2 full ones on hand while I'm doing Ace Attorney, since it's just all reading. Oh, hey, neat. Hey, Merc. I like how you do that every single time. Oh, hey, neat. 3 streams. Love the DLC case. I know, it was so good. The ending always gets me, like, right in the heart, man. It's so good. Mr. Wright snoozing all the way on the sofa. This is so boring. Should have hidden the lecture hall and spied in the mock trial. What was that? October 24th. Yeah, we know. Athena? Could have swore I just heard something fall down and break. Oh god, now I actually have to yawn after faking that yawn. If you go running now, they'll think it was you. Well, it wasn't me. I think it came from somewhere outside. Oh, well, we better go have a look, seeing as everyone else is in the lecture hall. Culpable curry, yeah. I looked at that and I'm like, oh man, I could go for some curry rice. Okay. Ah! I'm just gonna ignore that. October 21st, Themis Legal Academy, outdoor stage. Is this a stage for some sort of concert? It reminds me of a courtroom. Wait, Athena, behind the witness stand. What? Ah! Professor Court, can you hear me? Professor! Wait, that's who we were supposed to be meeting with? It looks like our meeting's been canceled for us. Phoenix, now's not the time for one-liners. No way, this can't be real. I called the police. They should be here soon. I'll go tell everyone in the lecture hall, too. No, wait, they'll find out soon enough once the police get here. Let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded around here. You know, break the law as we usually do. Huh? Are we even allowed to do that? It's no big deal as long as we leave it exactly like we found it. Plus... No, never mind. Anyway, we should take a look around while the scene's still fresh. But, okay, you're the boss. In addition to checking the body, we should also check the area around it. But we don't have much time. Check only what you can. Nervous, Athena? Yes, I mean, no. Apollo didn't bat an eye at the Alderman's body during that case in Ninetails Vale. I can't let him show me up. I can do this. Just take a deep breath and focus. He's not here. So Professor Court was... Yep, the professor I was here to meet with. Turns out she wasn't running late after all. How awful. Here she was lying dead and we thought she was late. What was that you were saying before, boss? You never finished. Hmm? Oh, that. Don't worry. I'll fill you in later. But right now, let's focus on the investigation, okay? Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. 2 lawyers make the entire PI office relevant, yeah. Okay, sure. Ugh, the suspense is killing me. Oh, a shiny new attorney's badge. Brings back memories. I won't forget you, buddy. I've heard that countless people live in dread of your pointer finger. Were you really that scary back then, Mr. Wright? Strike 1. I've always been just as you see me here. A harmless sheep in wolf's clothing? Strike 2. You have an old picture of yourself? Wait, never mind. I'm not sure I want to see it. Strike 3. You're out. She was a judge course teacher until she became the victim of this case. We should start by studying the body. What's the best angle for this? Yeah, let's just, What? What are you there's something right here. There's really not much of interest here. At least that's what my intuition tells me. We should start by studying the body. Oh, okay. We literally cannot investigate anything else. I guess I really do have to examine the body. Well, I guess I better get used to stuff like this if I want to be a full-fledged lawyer. Not really. Most lawyers don't see the dead body up close. You will follow the exact railroad. I mean, this game will not let you examine stuff unless it's needed. It's really streamlined. They really were like, nah, let's dial it back so people don't waste time. Notice anything strange about the body? Take a deep breath and then take a good look. Well, now that you mention it, there's no blood around it. Yet the victim's body is cold and rigor mortis has already started to dissipate. It would appear that quite some time has passed since Professor Court was murdered. Thing is, the quad was packed with students up until the start of the mock trial. Wait, then doesn't that mean she was killed at a different location? Oh, I know. Killer moved the body here while everyone was in the lecture hall. That's a definite possibility. Notice anything else? Her arms are raised over her head, and there are dark bruises around her wrists. Yeah, the professor was probably tied up with something. Eventually her wrists were unbound, and as she reached up to stretch, she was killed? Actually, I'm not so sure about this theory. Well, there's not exactly a lot to go on here. Not gonna notice... Oh, well, I guess they just brought up the tied arms. What do we have here? A book? Guessing it fell out of her chest pocket. Wait, what if it's her diary? That's the most private thing a girl has. True, but considering the situation at hand, my apologies to the late Professor Court. No, don't! No. King, you're so beautiful. Looks more like a planner than a diary. 22nd. Routine report. Need to speak with Hugh O'Connor. 23rd. Meet with Hugh about that report yesterday. Important. 24th. 9 a.m. Prep for mock trial final confirmation. 1 p.m. Meet with Mr. Wright about the training seminar. 2 p.m. Mock trial begins. Every page seems to have the same sword mark printed on it at that. Still think a girl deserves her privacy, but this may help us solve the case. Constance Court's planner. A sword emblem was printed on the cover and on each page. Ugh, there's an arrow stuck in her side. Gunshot wounds and stab wounds are pretty common, but arrow wounds? This is a homicide, any way you slice it. In other words, we have a murder on our hands. A murder? Here? So that makes this arrow the murder weapon. All that and the bow that shot it. Right, but where could the killer have shot her from? The stage is a sea of obstructions. I'm no expert on archery, but it can't be easy to hit a target with this much stuff around. A mirrored? Would it be possible to kill someone by stabbing them with an arrow? I'm not sure. Guess we better do some more investigating before jumping to conclusions. I mean, if you pull the arrow out and you don't develop a stand from it, you might die. Which turns out that whole concept in JoJo was bullshit, because then it turns out, oh no, the arrowhead just has the stand bacteria on it. If you cut any part of your body with it, as long as you have the potential, you will develop a stand. You don't have to shoot yourself through the neck like Keicho does to people. All I'm saying is thank God Koichi developed a stand. Actually, I've always had a theory about that. The reason Koichi developed a stand that was an egg was because he actually did not have the potential for a stand at first. And the arrow was supposed to kill him. But because Josuke was able to remove the arrow and heal him at the same time, he kind of like cheated death from the arrow. And then that caused him to generate a stand prematurely. And thus the stand being an egg in its first appearance, and actually gradually evolving into Echo's Act 3. Because it grew with them. Anyway, sorry for nerding about JoJo there for a moment. I'm very excited for Steel Ball Run. When's the first episode of that airing? It's like a 1-episode special. I think it's either March or April. It's soon. It's in spring. The arrow that pierced the victim's side. It's stained with blood. I think that's about all we're going to find out from the body for now. Nice work, Athena. Your face only turned 5 shades of pale. I was expecting 50. We should probably take a picture of the crime scene just in case. Okay, I'm on it. Say cheese! Athena! Wow, you two are like so disrespectful. Phoenix is like, looks like our meeting just got cancelled. Yeah! Jeez, and I thought I was the one with a twisted sense of humor. Okay, at least Phoenix acknowledges it. Hey, I noticed you have a bunch of fancy arrowheads. What are the chances you could sell one of those to me and kickstart a hilariously expansive butterfly effect spanning the better half of the series? I only need the one. You could have all of these. Yeah, that's right. Diavolo sold Enya, like, all of them, except one. That's such a weird thing. Like, you would think he would keep more than one of them. And then, presumably, Jotaro came into possession of one of them, and then just cut the arrowhead off and put it in that bug pendant that he gave Jolene. I think that should do it. Alright, let's take a better look around while the area we wait... Let's take a better look around the area while we wait for the police to arrive. This pile of rubble sticks out like a sore thumb. Looks like broken pottery or plaster. Maybe this is the source of the noise we heard. There were supposedly 2 statues on the stage. I seem to recall that a co-ed from the Fine Art Club had made them. There were 2? And that thing over there is the remains of another statue? This could be related to the case. Let's take a closer look. That's not Edgeworth. I wonder what this is a statue of. Whatever it was reddish purple in color. When Apollo and I first got here, both statues were already here, but they were covered up. Bet they were waiting to unveil them when the school festival moved here to the stage. I mean, this duffel bag looking thing was actually being used to cover the statues? Guess that just leaves the question, were they broken by accident or on purpose? What a puzzle this is. There's something buried in the rubble. The Themis Herald? Wait, we shouldn't disturb it. Let's just read what we can. Pending declaration of love rocks campus. Final act in toward love triangle centered on campus she-devil Juniper Woods. Level-headed lawyer course genius and hot-blooded prosecutor course student will go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the she-devil's black heart. Hugh O'Connor has declared that he will confess to her if she wins. Wait, what? Seriously wish I hadn't read that. You find that more shocking than discovering a murder victim's body? But we're talking about my best friend Junie here. She'd never lead guys on like that. Athena, you don't believe everything you read, do you? This article is clearly written with malicious intent. I'm not buying a word of it. You're right, but it's still disturbing, even if it's third-rate tabloid material. School paper with a malicious scoop on an alleged love triangle involving Junie. Mr. Wright, Athena! Oh, here comes Apollo. I've never seen anyone move so fast. Listen, something big's happened. I was at the mock trial when the police announced a body had been found on campus. That's right, and we're the ones who phoned it in. We found Professor Court dead behind the witness stand over there. If Jotaro got one, Keicho got one, and Enya got a bunch, how did Dio get his stand if he was still in the mega blast-proof coffin? I mean, presumably, he met with Enya, and Enya gave it to him. Enya was, like, so impressed with his vampire powers that she was like, I need to simp for this young man, and I need to give him a stand immediately. What? Can you show me? Man, you want to see a dead body that badly? Damn. What the... We've already had a quick look at the body. It's definitely a homicide. Once the police get here... Oh, I know it's a homicide. I'm shocked because it's the same. Exactly the same. Whoa there, Apollo. Take a deep breath and explain what you mean. It's the same. The body, that is. Just like how it was in the mock trial. What? It's like the mock trial. I know, it sounds crazy, but... The body's location and position, the murder weapon, the lack of pooling blood. If I recall, some time passes between the beginning of Part 3's plot and the beginning of Part 3 itself. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's years. Remember, Dio's immortal. He has plenty of time. Because remember, all the stuff with Pucci, where he meets Pucci, happens before Part 3 happens. And it's presumed that that's several years that he's, you know, in his quote-unquote not relationship with Pucci. They absolutely fucked. There was no heterosexual explanation for the way they were hanging out in that bed together. It's all exactly like the mock trial. You're kidding, right? It really can't be the same, can it? I didn't do it. Wait, the police were already here. Why were there sirens? October 24th, Themis Legal Academy, 3rd floor lecture hall. The whole school's in an uproar. There won't be any more classes today. A murder on campus. That's the last thing I expected at a legal academy. I'll go tell Professor Means what we observed when we discovered the body. You two wait here until you've spoken with the police. Yes, boss. Yes, chef. Can't believe this is happening. Can't believe we have to wait around here. I can't stay still at times like these. Hope Junie isn't faded from the shock of this whole thing. Ah! Athena. Athena. There you are. Junie, am I glad to see you? I was worried that... Don't worry about me. I'm a student council president after all. I need to be strong. I can't believe it's not butter. Stick around, more Family Guy after the break. Student council president. Wow, I'm impressed. She's really changed. She used to be kind of sickly and shy. And she goes right back to being sickly and shy after this case. Except what actually happened is during the explosion, Dio stole Jonathan's body and somehow also hid the coffin in a separate compartment that was definitely there the whole time and invented the stands, which are the physical manifestation. A stand can only hurt another stand, except when it can't. Oh, it was stand cannot be seen by others, except when it doesn't. Keiichi Nakamura is bad company. Gun, 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 gun. Also, hey. Juniper, was it? You mind if we ask you a few questions? Yeah, we're stuck here waiting for the police. There's really not much to do. Sure, what would you like to know? Check this shit out. That's your attorney's badge, isn't it? I really envy you, you know? That gold sunflower really suits you. Thanks, but I know you'll make a fabulous judge someday, Junie. Thank you, but... even if I become a judge, I'll never have one of those sunflower badges. Wait, so she only envies me for the badge? Athena, you know it's against school rules for you to have such things in your possession. As student council president, I'm afraid I'll have to confiscate that. Hand it over, please. But this is important evidence. Oh, well, then I suppose we can make an exception just this once. She's one tough law and order type president, alright. Oh, that's... Sorry, but I couldn't help reading it. You always were popular with the guys. That's not true. I was never... You just didn't realize it, but that made you even more irresistible. I know, because I had a crush on you, too. It's been 7 years, but I still remember how all the boys wanted to be near you, including me. Trans-Athena canon. I bet you used to get all excited when a guy handed you a love letter. And then you got really bummed out when he'd say, "Could you give this to Juniper for me?" Ah! How'd he know? I'm sure it was just a lucky guess, but why did it have to be Apollo of all people? Will Wood. Hey, Karma. Okay, here's 1. Only a stand user can see other stands, except for when they don't. 2. Only stands can harm other stands, except for when they don't. And 3. All damage done to a stand will be reflected upon their user, except for when they don't. I love Viva Revery's work so much. Her spider VTuber is really cute, too. I watched Viva Reverie all the way back in the My Little Pony days. I haven't seen you in ages, Junie. What's it been, 7 years or so? Yes, I remember how you were always there for me, Athena. Maybe it's just me, but I wanted to ask why you seem so... distant. Can't wait for One Piece really, really fast, yeah. Honestly, I don't care what she puts out there. I will watch it. She is a master of her craft. Remember how you used to call me Athena? I liked it better that way. It felt like we were sisters, you know? Yes, but I'm student council president now. And as a student representative of Themis Legal Academy, I have to act properly. She was never this stiff and formal before. I knew you wanted to be a judge, but I didn't expect this. Such a prestigious school, and you're in a judge course to boot. Take a shot every time someone says 7 years. Yeah, 7 years and 8 years. Feel like you want a witness stand, but people ask why you rarely blink, but your hat blinks. Make sure to keep these rules in mind, because otherwise nothing will make any sense from here on out. You can, it turns out you can rescue, you can't bring back someone who's dead. I mean, unless you're just, like, just make it. Like, just make it. Complete global isolation. Yes, and Professor Court had been in charge of it until, well, you know. Alright, Professor Court was the professor in charge of Junie's course. Were there only 3 teachers here? Hang on, is that Amity's Puyo hat? It's not supposed to be, but I do see the resemblance. Also, hey, Robo Bunny. I did not say hi earlier. What sort of teacher was Professor Court? If I had to sum her up in a single word, I'd say she was amazing. A judge must always seek the truth. That was her mantra, and she used it in trying to fix what was wrong with our school. She was a beacon of hope in the stark age of the law. What's wrong with your school? What did you mean by that? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Am I imagining things, or did I just detect something in Junie's voice? Apparently, Amity's hat is so much weirder than it initially appears to be. Is it like a living hat? Because it's a very common trope in some media. I see. Breakdown of your hat blinks and blinks until it gets up and falls down. Professor Court chose my script for the mock trial. Oh, you mean all the students in the judge courts had to submit a script? And yours was the one she selected? Wow, that's amazing, Junie. Oh, thank you, but now Professor Court is... Who would do such a thing? Just yesterday, we were working together, trying to get things ready. Excuse me. Are you alright, Junie? Maybe you should take it easy for a while. So she's still got that cough. She's not as strong as she pretends to be. Why do you need a script and a showdown between a lawyer and a prosecutor? Well, we were simulating a trial, so we needed a script as framework. All the details about the incident and the people involved are included in the script. We also prepared a crime scene, photos, and a murder weapon, and other kinds of evidence. Wow, you guys think of everything. Must be hard getting all that ready. Yes, well, it was only Professor Court and I. After all, we didn't want the script or other elements of the mock trial to get leaked. We were the only ones in the entire school who knew of all the details. Speaking about leaks, apparently, there's a leak going around that the next major Zelda game is starting development. Which means nothing. That means absolutely nothing, because, let's be honest, they're probably always making a Zelda game, just like they're always working on new hardware. But supposedly, development on the next, like, mainline Zelda game has started. Which, I mean, makes sense. Echoes of Wisdom came out over a year ago. And assuming that the Tears of the Kingdom team is going to be more focused on that, that was almost 3 years ago. So, it's been plenty of time. We knew Mecrio. I don't know. Medio Kart. When's Mario Kart getting updated? Must have been a big pain in the air. I mean, that must have been really difficult. Come back in 5 to 7 years, exactly. I wrote the script so that the case could go either way. That way the defense and the prosecution both had an equal chance of winning. Just wanted 3D Mario. Yeah, I absolutely think that, that DK Bonanza was supposed to be like the Mario of the launch window. PMD, goddammit. If you think that's all she's capable of, you got another thing coming. Huh? Who said that? These two chuckle fucks. Juniper's genius doesn't stop at her brilliant script. Yeah! She gave an award-winning performance as the defendant, man! I think I found a rival to my cords of steel. Chuckle fucknuts, yeah. Hugh, Robin, aren't you going to introduce yourselves to our guests? These two nerds. As student council president, I won't have you treating them rudely. But can we treat them lewdly? The answer's no, because I think they're... Well, actually, never mind. Heh, you're right. I heard Mr. Wright was bringing a couple of guests with him. That would be you two, Apollo Justice and Athena Sykes. Hey, Razu, how you doing? Yep, I'm Athena Sykes. I'm Apollo Justice. Nice to meet you. I'll pass on the handshake. I'm studying to be a lawyer. The name's Hugh O'Connor. Oh, who dis? Oh, yeah, I figured the glasses. I'm okay, just work and sleep schedule issues being stupid lately. I've been sleeping like shit lately. Think they're on the same range as Athena? Maybe. Found it. Apparently Amity's red Puyo hat has a weird counter-spelled property to it. Oh. Shut up. But some call me Mr. Perfect because I never score less than 100% on tests. Most pretentious introduction ever. And what's with his hand? Is it glued to the inside of his pocket or something? Yeesh. I'm gonna be the first to apologize for Yu's totally rude introduction. Sorry! Now here's my intro. I'm Robin Newman. I'm studying to be a prosecutor. Like the really cool kind that nails all the bad guys. No! Where's the sincerity? So he makes pottery too? What's that bracelet contraption for? Junie sure has made some unusual friends. These two are the lawyer and the prosecutor in today's mock trial. And even though I wrote the script, I also played the part of the defendant. Final act in Torrid Love Triangle centered on campus she-devil Juniper Woods. Where did I go? I went away because they were both on screen at the same time. I wanted to make room for them. Level-headed lawyer course genius and hot-blooded prosecutor course student will go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the she-devil's black heart. Wait, these two are the guys who are supposedly have a thing for Junie? Juniper, come on. Your role's way beyond just that. That's right! The mock trial's just the start. She's also in the school festival's main event. Live on stage, Juniper Woods, and the crowd goes bananas. Woo! DK Bonanza. It's 2026, so the game would be out. No, it's 2027, so the game would be out already by this point. It's so weird to think that this point in the series takes place during the Switch 2 era. These kids would fucking be playing Switch 2 in their spare time. I wonder if any of these characters have played Deltarune. I'm supposed to sing at the school festival. These people know what Chapter 5 is about. If this takes place in 2027, these people have experienced Chapter 5. We're slowly catching up to the Ace Attorney timeline. It's not that hard when the last game was 10 years ago. Spirit of Justice came out in 2016, and we haven't gotten a new game since then. All the other girls were too embarrassed to try out, so... My Junie singing on a stage in front of people? Wow, she really has changed. Rabbit's over the top with these things that could have... Looks like he'd almost unleash a massive burst of spiral power at any moment. Yeah, he's really hot-blooded. Hugh O'Connor, age 18, a senior in the lawyer course who served as a defense in the mock trial. Seems like kind of a jerk. Robin Newman, age 18, senior in the prosecutor course who served as the prosecution in the mock trial. He tends to shout at people. Who the hell do you think I am? Kick! Man. Gurren Lagann. I don't know which one's my... I don't know if Gurren Lagann or Fooly Cooly would be my favorite anime, but they're both like... tied. Roadhouse. In case is my favorite line in the entire game. I don't know which line that would be, but if it's spoilers, don't say it. If it's a throwaway line, sure. It is a spoiler. Okay, don't say it until I finished the case then. Which will be days from now, probably. I was responsible for making everyone's stage costumes. And this is what I'll be wearing. That's amazing, Junie, but then again, you always were good at that kind of thing. That costume looks a little familiar. Brooch, constellations throughout, make glow from the inside, loose, constellations glow through the fabric, embellished with frills. These constellations in particular are really something. Oh, thank you. One of my favorite things to do is to look up at the stars in the middle of the forest. So you're a fan of the night sky, then? Oh, Apollo, didn't know you were such a romantic. It's not like that. I have this friend. He and I go way back. Got me really interested in space. Wait, you had friends when you were young? Color me surprised. As student council president, I cannot allow such mean-spirited teasing to continue. Eep, I think she's angry. You said nothing when Apollo said that Athena got all of Juniper's love letters and were asked to hand them to her. But yeah, the dress is supposed to be a reference to La Mirror from Apollo Justice. Costume Junie was supposed to wear. It has a glowing star pattern with notes, 2 pages. Costumes were no problem, but as for singing, I'm not sure I... Paint inside a costume with fluorescent paint. Leave time to dry. Draw constellations on outside and make small holes according to this pattern. In the dark, the paint will shine through the holes, bringing the constellations to life. It's so cool. No, you can do it! I really don't want to scream. That's right, and anyone who says otherwise will have to answer to me. Uchukita. It's like a chivalrous love triangle. A damsel in distress and 2 knights in shining armor. Maybe that Themis Herald article wasn't too far from the truth. Try harder, you nerds. Speaking of the latest news, I wonder how the mock trial turned out. I'd appreciate if you wouldn't go around showing that to everyone. How come? I mean, it's so well made. Aren't you going to wear it when you sing? Yes, unfortunately I've been chosen to sing, but I don't think I'm up to the task. Reminds me of the old Junie when you talk like that. Makes me want to protect you. I can't let you do that, Star Fox. After all, I'm student council president. It's my job to look after our entire student body. So what if you took that can-do spirit and applied it to your singing? But we're talking about me singing in front of a huge crowd. Maybe she isn't over her head. Blech. Sorry, how did the mock trial end? We were just about to reach a verdict when the police arrived. Now we'll never know how it would have turned out. Hey, Einstein, I'm on your side. Guess that's what happens when there's a real murder during a fake murder trial. You guys need to step up your shit. It ended right before the verdict? Talk about bad timing. I was this close, man! I bet I would've won! I bet the defense wasn't doing too badly either, right? Zen and the Art of Mastering the Bar exam. Civil law, corporate law, criminal law. I never noticed that in this book before. I wonder if that was visible in the 3DS version. We'll settle this some other time, and I assure you I will win when that time comes. Like I'm gonna let that happen? I don't think so! Hope they don't end up hurting each other. Newman, your blood pressure. Oh, don't worry, the 3 of us have been good friends since we enrolled here. We even have proof of our friendship. Oh, this is Apollo Aldous fixing a tie he's not wearing. I forgot that the animations are still the same. Proof? Like physical evidence proof? Yes, we're studying for a career in law. And in the legal world, evidence is everything. Yeah, as long as our friendship lasts, you could bet I'll be carrying them around. Ah, the famed Themis Legal Academy ingenuity at work. So what exactly is this proof of friendship, anyway? Well... it's a secret, and if I show you, it would be bad luck. Oh, okay. Knew it. There's definitely some discord in Junie's voice. Our friendship is sacred and inviolable. It's not something to be put cheaply on display. Proof? We don't need no stinking proof. Us three are friends forever! Be there! I can hear discord in their voices, too. John Delancey, he's voicing all the characters. Actually starting to get concerned for Robin now. He's taking the red Oni role to an absurd extreme. I think it's supposed to be like they're kind of like it's how Phoenix is blue and Edgeworth's red. It's kind of supposed to be like a similar dynamic. But also, you know, you could see Hugh is cool and collected while Robin is hyper as shit. Unviolable is literally means unable to be violated. Something along the lines of unbreakable. Okay. But they're talking about their friendship. What's going on here? Something wrong, Athena? No, it's nothing. Oh, alright then. Hey, isn't that... Everyone stay right where you are. Don't move a muscle. Oh, wrong character. Detective Fulbright? Is something wrong? Robin has ADHD as a person. Well, if it isn't my little lawyer friends. Sorry, but the small talk will have to wait. Juniper Woods, you're under arrest for the murder of Constance Court. Piano Man, there you go. I'm what? I'm what? Wait a second, what's going on here? Why are you arresting Junie? Please, Detective Fulbright, we're involved in this case too. So you're the lawyers that the dispatch said were first in the scene. Fulbright's the best character in this game. I love him. I know some people don't like him, and some people obviously miss Gumshoe, but I love Fulbright's attitude. My friend and I used to say he probably gets really giddy around Christmas and sleeps in like a race car bed, just because he's so optimistic and carefree and has a childlike heart. I can't tell you everything, but I will say this. There are two major reasons for her arrest. Number one, the suspect led somebody to where the body was. I didn't. And number two, the crime scene is exactly how the suspect portrayed it in her script. But you can't arrest her just on those grounds. True, but there's more. However, Prosecutor Blackquill specifically told me to say no more than that. So Blackquill's the prosecuting attorney on this one too? Detective Fulbright, we found this in the suspect's pocket. Why, there's blood on this! But that's evidence we made for the mock trial. A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing. But it sounds fishy to me. Real fishy! Oh, I'm sorry, as you can see, I'm a bit nervous. After all, even if I go all out, I might be able to break you. That word break. I'm gonna be able to break you and being unbreakable. That strikes me as arrogant. All things have a beginning and an end. He would. Now, if you would, officers... Yes, sir. Yes, chef. But... Junie, I have to do something. I can't let them take her away like this. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do.
Hold it! Hold it! I refuse to believe that she's the killer! Junie! I've decided. I'm going to defend you. I'll fight with everything I've got. Athena. Junie, it's good to hear you say that name again.
Hate to interrupt your bonding time, but... Aren't you rather new to all this? You're barely even a lawyer. Well, I don't have much experience, and I may need Apollo and Mr. Wright's help at times. But nobody believes in Junie as much as I do. I'll help you too, Juniper. There's no way you murdered your professor. Athena. Apollo. Thank you both. I'm counting on you. You've got your back, Junie. Guess things worked out after all. Now that you have your lawyers, Miss Woods, it's time for us to head back to the station. Can't believe Junie's been arrested for murder. And I can't believe I accepted her case without asking Mr. Wright. Look, it's fine. Mr. Wright's first case was defending his best friend, too, so... It comes full circle. Take a deep breath and relax, Athena. I'm here to help him with whatever you need, so let's get right on the case. Right. Won't have this case left in the hands of rank amateurs. If anyone's going to solve this case, it'll be me. Time to investigate. You're not a lawyer. Why, that smug little... He hasn't even finished law school. Hugh! That was totally rude. And you're not the only one in this case, man. I'm in too. Big time. Juniper Woods! I'm gonna save you! Now that those two are gone, let's get back to what I was talking about in front of the stage. About the mock trial, that is. Oh, right. You said the victim's location, position, and so on were just like in the script. Exactly, but without the script or any props, it's kind of hard to explain. Perhaps I could help, Air Forehead? Prosecutor Gavin? What are you doing here? You two seem to know each other. Is someone going to introduce me? I do believe we have a fresh face here. Greetings, Fräulein. I'm Clavier Gavin. Some know me as a prosecutor, but I'm most famous for my former rock band. Ayo, he. We were quite popular, you know. But regrettably, the band went kaput. Perhaps you've heard of us, the Gaviners? I was the lead vocalist. The glimmerous fop, yeah. Never heard of your band. Then again, I was out of the country till only recently. But, can I get your autograph? You just met him like 3 seconds ago and you want his autograph? Forgive me, Fräulein, but I've retired from the music biz. But I'd be happy to offer my autograph as a rock star prosecutor, Clavier Gavin. Oh, okay. That one, then. She's a lively one, eh, Air Forehead? Didn't know she was your type. She's the newest member of Wright Anything Agency, that's all. Nice to meet you. I'm Athena Sykes. Pleasure to meet you too, Athena Sykes. Gaviners, that's the name. Well, his last name is Gavin. Pleasure to meet you too, Athena Sykes. Now that the intros are out of the way, I'm sure you have some questions for me, Ja, Air Forehead. May I ask why you people present your attorney's badges like that? Seems like Air Forehead and Mr. Wright always want to show theirs off, too. Let me ask you, Prosecutor Gavin, why do you play air guitar? Ah, it would seem the answer we seek can be found in much the same place. Never gave it much thought, actually. I always just whip it out. Great line. She's the latest member of the DK crew. If it pleases the court, I'd like to know that my partner, is talking shit. Hollow phrasing. My Fräulein, what a wonderful piece of evidence you have there. But I imagine no matter what you present, it would be impossible for it to be more persuasive than your beauty. Too bad it doesn't work that way in court, too. Oh, whoops. Did I ever mention I'm a graduate of this fine institution? The mock trials, they sure bring back memories. Memories bring back you. I won't forget you, buddy. So many unforgettable battles. I won't forget you, Battles. I won't forget you, Battles. So I wonder if Clavier graduated from this school. I wonder if Kristoff went here as well. Kristoff clearly committed the murder on campus. We have to go find him in jail. That's 3 people he's killed now. Really? So you stood in that stage too? Ja, I wailed on my air guitar, rocked out to the beat, and exposed crimes for all to see. You could say this is where my hard-rocking prosecutorial... style made its debut. Hard-rocking prosecutorial style? How did your mock trial turn out? Tongue baby. I brought the house down and had the crowd on its feet. Ever since, the Academy has held a live concert in conjunction with the mock trial. All I want to know is how the trials turned out. Five-stream streak. Crazy. Were they talking about shit? What would they be talking shit about, Your Honor? I made 8 cookies and ate 5 over the course of the day, not at once. And now they're upset that they don't get an even amount. Not even that they're missing a cookie, it's just that it's not even. Shizuka Joestar's Octung Baby. Ah! Bobby Fulbright, age 33, the lively detective in charge of this case. He makes you wonder what justice is really all about. Simon Blackwell, age 28, prosecutor and prison inmate. He's mastered the use of psychological manipulation in courtroom battles. Clavier Gavin, Mr. Rockstar prosecutor himself. He was the leader and vocalist of the Gaviners, age 25. Why are you here? So what are you doing here, Professor? God damn it. What are you doing here, Prosecutor Gavin? I'm here for the same reason as your boss, to give a lecture and a training seminar. So he's the famous prosecutor they invited. And I have another crucial role to play. The Gaviners are getting back together for a one-time special performance. Even though you guys disbanded? Which was a shame, by the way, really. Ja, I know how much you adored our music, Air Forehead. Also, how are you gonna reunite? The second guitarist is in jail. Anyway, I studied abroad in Germany to get my badge early, but I did graduate from here. Wait, so that performance Junie mentioned. So you've already heard about that. One student representative was selected to sing with us on stage. And that stage was supposed to look like this tomorrow. Stage plans for school festival. Created by school festival committee. 2 big banners and a pair of wicked statues. This is just an illustration, but it's not half bad. So you had Clavier over there, Gaviner logo, the Themis Legal Academy logo there, and the Phoenix statue. Wicked statues? What, are these supposed to be you and Mr. Wright? Bingo, Fräulein. And they were so big and magnificent, too. What a terrible waste. But the worst part of this whole thing is that my long-awaited reunion with my mentor never came to pass. Wait, don't tell me your mentor was Professor Court. She was the one who taught me how to think about the law. It's kind of weird, too, when you think about it, because Clavier never interacted with Phoenix during Apollo Justice, only during the flashback case. So, Clavier never really had the best opinion of Phoenix up till this point. It was only after the last case of the last game that he opened up to him. So, actually showing up and doing this thing with him would have been really weird and awkward. So Constance Court was your professor here at the Academy. She may have taught the judge course, but she had a huge impact on me. She was fond of saying the end is only justified through proper means. She wouldn't tolerate dishonesty and always revered what was right beyond all else. I could feel Prosecutor Gavin's sadness. Oh no, I think I'm gonna cry. Athena, are you tearing up? Though I can't blame you, Prosecutor Gavin knows a lot of who he is to Professor Court. Exactly, so as you could see, we're both joined in purpose, so to speak. Ja? Now, let's rock this place hard. Huh? I don't follow. Let's rock what? Forget already, Air Forehead. I said I'd help you explain the mock trial. We're going to reprise it right here in the lecture hall. It might help us catch your killer. This is cool. Watch this. October 24th, Themis Legal Academy. 3rd floor lecture hall. Mock trial reenactment. All rise! Right, the stage is ready. And you, Air Forehead, ready to rock? No, the defense is not ready to rock. You saw the actual mock trial earlier, right? Just relax, you'll do fine. Besides, we have the script right here. Junie's masterpiece, the one everyone's been talking about? There we go, we finally get to see the costume. I forgot, I was like, oh wait, if Athena's the playable character in this case, you're not going to get to see her in the costume from the front. But since She's at the witness stand right now. We get to see her from the front. John, there's only one in existence. I borrowed it, if you will. Now, Fräulein, we'll need you to play the part of the defendant and judge as per the script. Okay, got it. I've only read the case outline so far. I don't know how it actually turns out, so I'll treat this like I'm prosecuting a real case. You, Air Forehead, will play a part of fledgling lawyer, a role you were born to play. All the evidence is also here with us. We have everything we need to reprise the mock trial. Très bien, let's get started. Defendant/Judge Athena Sykes is psyched and ready to rock. Court is now in session for our reenactment of the mock trial. Or what I'd like to call the mock trial. Ja, a double mockery perhaps, but a trial is still a trial. Tongue baby, it's no holds barred. Let's rock. It's so weird because this is the only time in the two 3DS games that you see him like doing this. So it's like weird that they completely modeled all this. I'd like to add, Your Honor, that I made tiramisu by hand as a surprise for them, and they found it and ate it. The whole tray. Wasn't a big tray, only enough for 4 servings, but I still wanted some. Man, like, do you know how long that shit takes? Forever, and they ate all of it within these past 2 weeks, Judge Macaw. Aw, can't we take it easy today?
Objection!
It may just be a mock of a mock, but there's only one way to compete. You play to win. Just remember, each time I catch you slacking off, I'm holding you in contempt of court. Great. A judge that voices her own objections and abuses her judicial powers. Summary of the facts. Now then, Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement, if you please. You got it, Fräulein Judge. Our case is set in a school very much like this one. The victim, a professor, female. The defendant, an archery club member, also female. Me oh my. I'm innocent. Innocent, I tell you. That's some seriously bad acting, Fräulein. Anyway, the victim's body was discovered in the middle of the quad. Here's a shot of the crime scene. Ironically, it was Professor Court who posed as the corpse. Wow, even holding the arrow in the same spot, too. Air Forehead, how did the mock trial participants react to this photo? Mr. Newman was surprised by what Professor Court was wearing. He reacted with, oh, the green sweatsuit. It's not exactly what I would pick to focus on, so why would he care about that? Too much of a fludgeon to know what's important, that one. In any case. Okay, they're throwing pillows now. I gotta take the shit outside BRB. By that I mean tickling them until they surrender. Both in the mock trial and the actual case, Professor Court was wearing a sweatsuit. Moving right along.
Hold it!
Hey, wait a sec! The body was discovered in the same area as the mock case, although there was a stage. Plus the murder weapon, an arrow, and the lack of blood are also the same. That's right, and therein lies the significance of this mock trial. Let's keep rocking it hard, just like that. Whoops. Shit.
Hold it!
Moving right along, footloose and fancy-free, defense's argument. Before the crime occurred, the defendant was to meet with the victim in the quad. Let's see here. When I arrived at our meeting place, I found the professor with an arrow in her stomach. But it wasn't me. I didn't kill her. You don't have to ham it up like that, Athena. It's called getting into character, Air Forehead. Don't be such a wet blanket, even though I just said she was a bad actor. Right, let's see. Oh yeah, then Hugh said... A frail co-ed used her bare hands to stab her professor with an arrow? I don't think so. At the time of the murder, a male student was seen holding a bow in the archery club room, which is a clear view of the quad. He shot the arrow into the victim before my client even got there. "9-9, Air Forehead. That feigned swagger does not suit you in the least." Order! 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 Especially you, Mr. Justice. Me? But I was just trying to get into it like Mr. Eurorocker said. Prosecution's rebuttal. So the victim was shot from the archery club room before the meeting even took place. Hence, the defendant could not be the killer. That seems to be the defense's assertion. Prosecutor Gavin, do you have any objections? The autopsy report notes that the edges of the victim's wound were unusually ragged. Could such physical trauma possibly result from an arrow shot from a bow? 9. I believe the victim was impaled with the arrow by hand, post-mortem. In short, the real murder weapon was not the arrow at all. When Robin was prosecutor, he had a tough time determining the real murder weapon. Well, he's just a student, a warm-up act, while I am the real deal, the headliner, so to speak. The true murder weapon was most likely the awl that was left in the art room. An awl? What's that? Or I mean, an awl, you say? What might that be? It's the kind of tool used for poking holes in paper, wood, and other materials. It's kind of like an ice pick. I have a photo here if you're interested. Gross, it's all bloody up to the handle. Please tell me it's just paint. Most likely, Fräulein. Pretty realistic, though, ja? Let's pretend it's real blood for now. The defendant's prints were lifted from the murder weapon. Furthermore, traces of the victim's blood were discovered in the art room. That's where I believe the murder actually took place. So the question now is, how did the body get from the art room to the stage? The body was moved. Murder took place in the third-floor art room, but the body was found in the quad. Must have been quite a chore moving the body all that way. Not at all. There's a maintenance area and storehouse right outside the art room. And the cart used to carry balls around was found there. Balls over. Oh, I think I've seen one of those before. It's a pretty big one. A jumbo, ja? Big enough to fit a person, or a body in it. The defendant dropped the body from the art room window and then moved it with the cart. This is how a high school girl could easily move a body all by herself. Balls. Karma. You don't say!
Objection!
The body dropped from 3 stories up, which shows signs of massive blunt force trauma.
Objection!
Wow! I forgot that they gave him a fucking voice clip that sounds nothing like his DS voice clip. Who is that doing that voice? That may be true, but you failed to account for the large high jump mat in the storehouse. Yeah, the Ja would be more like Ya. A body dropped onto such a mat would show no signs of blunt force trauma. Yikes. It's almost scary how similar this whole case is to the mock trial proceedings. Actually, wait, isn't it Yuri Lowenthal? Because I'm pretty sure it's him. Oh no, is it Johnny Young Bosch? Because I'm pretty sure at the end of this case, there's a cutscene where he's talking and it sounds exactly like him. It's almost scary how similar this whole case is to the mock trial proceedings. Quite the crafty killer, in an attempt to cast suspicion on the archery club. They moved the body to the quad where it would be an easy shot from the club room. Then the killer faked the murder weapon by inserting an arrow into the all stab wound. Sounds like he only has high praise for Junie's script. Were there any further arguments from the defense? Nope. It seemed like the teacher was also playing the judge was satisfied too. Time for the finale then. Your verdict, if you please, Fräulein Judge. Huh? Oh, right, that's me. Very well. This court finds the defendant Juniper Woods. Wait a second. I think this is just a mock trial of a mock trial. I don't want to declare Junie guilty. Yeah, perhaps it's not such a good idea. Let's end our mock trial here. Besides, it's about time I get back to my investigation. Thanks, you two. That little run-through of the mock trial cleared up quite a few things. Top secret script written by Junie. There's only one copy, 4 pages. Tongue baby. Prosecution's already got a witness sized up, too. That was quick. Prosecutor Blackwell's almost too good. You're sure in a helpful mood today, Prosecutor Gavin. Well, like I said, I just want to catch whoever killed Professor Court. And there's no reason for me to start butting heads with you two. Anyway, I won't say goodbye, as I'm sure I'll be seeing you later. I always thought prosecutors were all a rather scary bunch. But Prosecutor Gavin seems pretty nice. Yeah, he's not so bad as far as prosecutors go. We should get back to investigating, too. We don't have nearly enough information yet. And we also have to tell Mr. Wright that we accepted Junie's case. Right. Looks like we have our work cut out for us. Gavin D's nah. I like Gavin. Oh, nice, your attorney's badge. That's the first thing you want to present when you meet someone new. Heard that's what all the lawyers do. You heard that? From who? From whom? Who else? Mr. Wright. Just remember, your badge comes first. See, Athena? Check it out. This is my attorney's badge. Oh, that's so intense. I want to present mine like that, too. Yes, nice one, Athena. Keep it up. I don't care if it's totally unrelated to the case or just plain annoying or even embarrassing. Just keep presenting evidence without any regard for others. That's the first step towards becoming a successful trial lawyer. Leave it to me. I'll present one piece after another, and then another. You can't present one piece. That's not even nearly done yet. A torrid love triangle. Juniper sure is popular with the guys. Of course she is. She's pretty, plus she has a sweet and caring personality. I know what you're thinking. Why can't Athena be more like that, right? No. The thought never crossed my mind. Let's see. Panic, sorrow. Yep, that's exactly what crossed his mind. Mock trial was quite a heated battle. Mr. Wright didn't even hear me when I said I wanted to see it. That was so unfair. We should have done rock, paper, scissors to decide who got to watch. I know I would have totally beaten you. How could you know that? The game's totally random. No, I could tell you favor scissors. I mean the proof's sticking right out of your head. Huh? What are you talking about? Like I said, it's right there in your head. Body with the protruding arrow was found in the crowd, but the murder weapon was in it all. The arrow was inserted as a ruse. Actual murder scene was the art room, where traces of blood were found on the floor. Body was dropped from the 3rd floor art room into the maintenance area below. A mat was laid out to cushion the fall. Ball cart from the storehouse was then used to move the body to the stage. The archery club's room has a good view of the quad. The body was moved to the quad to make it look like an archery club member had shot the victim with an arrow. All. Buy with things to prepare. All. Buy with school festival funds. Get from hardware store. Arrow. If I borrow one from the archery club, it could give away the part of the script's plot. TBD. Sweatsuit. Victim's outfit will be the red one from the prosecutor's course. So that's why Robin commented the green one. But also, Robin didn't have access to the script, so... There's some chicanery afoot. Headcanon. Gavin's name just plays when he's around. Yeah, it does. He plays it on the air guitar. Most prominent feature of this case is how closely it resembles the script. That makes it a tough one, because we both have to That makes it a tough one, because we have to have a firm understanding of them both. No sweat. We can reenact the mock trial as many times as we want by reading the script. I'll check it out in the court record and commit it to memory later. Good. But the script and the mock trial are going to be the centerpiece of the real trial. Make sure you know them inside and out. Inside out. Yes, sir, Mr. Justice. Mr. Justice? Careful, I could get used to that. Apollo, any advice on how to investigate this case? Oh, start by interviewing people about the basic facts. Interview people, got it. Hey, you there, what can you tell me about the... Well, hold on, Athena. The trial's tomorrow, so try to limit it to people with some relation to the case. Okay, got it. Limit the interview pool. Right. Might also want to take it down a notch, otherwise you'll be dead by tomorrow. He wants me to calm down at a time like this? Junie's fate rests in my hands. I just have to win this one. Hey, that's an attorney's badge. Promise me you won't make it disappear. Ah, what a mean thing to say. Do I look like someone who'd do something like that? No, I didn't mean it like that. Anyway, I hear they reissue badges that get lost, so... Isn't that great? That means you have nothing to worry about. Yeah. But seriously, please don't make mine disappear. I wouldn't want to have to explain. Wow, thanks, Athena. That'll make a great new prop for my magic act. Huh? But that's... So what kind of trick should I do with it? Make it disappear? Burn it? Rip it in two? Let's just save that fun little detail for later. Aw, you're no fun. Hey, is that the morning paper? Something like that. It's a school paper. I was thinking your magic tricks would make a great article. Really? A newspaper article about my tricks? That'd be so cool. The moment the interview starts, I'd suddenly disappear, shocking the interviewer. Without an actual interview, they could call the article The Interview That Vanished. I'll just leave it at that. School festival. Why don't you take me with you? Oh, only Mr. Wright was officially invited. Apollo and I were just tagging along, but we are lawyers after all. Well, my magic act would have made a great warm-up for the mock trial. They'd even see how the most crucial of evidence can vanish in the blink of an eye. That's probably precisely why Mr. Wright didn't invite you. Athena, don't you think the Write Anything agency is about run its course? What do you mean? Isn't it obvious? It's time for the Write Anything Academy. And you, Athena, I want you to be the head of our psychology department. Oh, what other departments will we have? Well, I'll be the head of the magic department, and we'll have a Cords of Steel department and a bluffing department. But then who will be the head of the toilet cleaning department? Apollo! He'll pull double duty. October 24th, Themis Legal Academy, first floor hallway. Ah, Mr. Wright! Hey, yo, Mr. Wright! Heard they arrested your friend Jupiter. Heard they arrested your friend Juniper. Yeah, Detective Fulbright just took her in. I refuse to believe that one of our students is capable of murder. We must prove her innocence by any means necessary. The end justifies the means. What do you mean, the end justifies the means? I, Professor Means, always say what I mean, and mean what I say. By all means. Here at our esteemed academy, we train our students to produce meaningful results. You believe in Juniper's innocence, do you not? Of course I do. Junie wouldn't even hurt a fly. Stop! Don't do that! Precisely. We have justice on our side. The only other thing we need are results. It's the height of folly to endanger your client by failing to pursue all means possible. Sure I want to prove her innocence, but I don't like the sound of that the end justifies the means part. Well, you are still young and idealistic. It's no wonder you fail to see the wisdom therein. There is but one thing to do now. I must personally take up Juniper's defense. You're going to take her case, Professor Means? I may be a professor, but I'm still licensed to practice law. In fact, I have even battled Professor Court in, well, court. No kidding? So you guys were rivals or something? No, nothing of the sort. She was an esteemed colleague at the academy and in court. You see, both Professor Court and I graduated from this academy at the top of our class. Wow, I bet they both used to really bring it. Wait, but Court was a judge. Why would they have gone against each other? I'm assuming Means is a defense attorney, person. Yeah, lawyer. He's the lawyer course guy. Now, if you would excuse me, I'd best go discuss the case with Juniper. Professor Means, please wait. I didn't want to say anything, but Apollo and I already agreed to take her case. It's true. Juniper's counting on us to prove her innocence. Really now? You two? And when were you planning on telling me? Sorry, boss. I know we should have asked first, but... Relax. Your friend was just hauled away in front of your eyes. Sometimes you just have to make snap decisions, and I think you made the right one. How wonderful. Very well, Athena Sykes. Let me ask you just one thing. As a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else? That's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients. What a wonderful answer. Juniper must be overjoyed to have a friend such as you. As a professor, I too shall do whatever I may to help her. And if you decide to take the end justifies the means strategy, come see me at once. Let's hope it never comes to that. Now, if you would excuse me... His smile's worse than spark brushels. Well, time's a-wasting. Better start investigating and fast. But first, how about I tell you everything I know so far? Yes, please. Listen, Adina, there's a certain amount of etiquette involved in presenting evidence. But you're free to shove this or that into my face, but at least get my attention first or give me some sort of warning. In other words, do as I say, not as I do. Things like that sure scream out school days, don't they? Were you involved in any extracurriculars like activities like school papers or mock trials? Nah, that wasn't my thing. I was an art major. An art major? And how did you become a famous attorney? It's kind of complicated. And when I say kind of, I mean really, really complicated. These clothes I'm wearing are literally tied to that storyline. Oh. He must really mean it. I'm picking up a lot of complex emotions in his voice. School days awarded. Nice. About the murder. Have you learned anything new about the case? Actually, I ran into Prosecutor Gavin, and he told me something interesting. Seems the murder took place in the art room. There's traces of a large pool of blood in there. So the police believe the body was moved from there to the stage. What? Really? Just like the mock trial again. Police are searching the art room, but whether they'll find anything... Well, what? Come to think of it. Now, where was I again? But there's really no need to talk about it right here, right now. I low-key forgot this game has achievements. Yeah, the collections all have them, except the first one. I want you two to find out for yourselves. Because you know why? They already have to put the achievements in for the Steam version and the PlayStation version. So they're just like, you know what, let's just make them in-game as well, so that way the Switch version people can get them. I actually missed one in the DLC case that I have to go back and get. So you're shocked by your conversation with Professor Means? Oh, I guess so. Actually, that was pretty shocking. The Dark Age of the Law. I'm sure you've heard those words before. Sure, a number of times. Prosecutors file false charges and lawyers fight back by fabricating evidence. There's a lot of that going around these days. But the question is, how is it related to the case at hand? Training students to produce results. That's the school's policy. Well, that in of itself isn't a bad thing. Right. As long as those results come by fair and honest means. Oh, but what was it that Professor Means said? The end justifies the means? To survive the Dark Age of the Law, you must use any means necessary. Fabrication of evidence and false charges are unavoidable in the quest for results. That's what they're preaching here at Themis Legal Academy. But what'll happen to our legal system if results are all that matter anymore? Relax. It's just a rumor. I'd take it with a grain of salt if I were you. Oh, that's a relief. He had me going there for a minute. Wait a second. Did Mr. Wright examine the victim's body for a reason? Maybe he was worried someone might actually tamper with the evidence. I think that about wraps up what I know so far. The fact that this case closely resembles Miss Wood's script is obviously important. Knowing that, you should probably try and identify what's the same and what's different. Okay, I'll try talking to as many people as I can on campus. Maintenance area. October 24th, Themis Legal Academy, maintenance area. So this is the maintenance area. Let's see. During the Macaw trial, Prosecutor Gavin said that the art room is right above there here on the 3rd floor. I mean, you could see, that's the prosecutor's badge. But with, like, colors. And the body was dropped from there onto a high jump mat from the storehouse. Right, and then he claimed that the body was used to transported. And then he claimed that the body was transported to the stage in a ball cart. And then, there's someone else here. Hey, it's Robin. Oh, no. Whoa, you scared the crud out of me! Yikes, right back at you. So what are you doing out here? I'm working out so I can become strong enough to save Juniper! And I'm so worked up. My training brace is almost breaking at the seams. Oh, right. The girl you like got arrested, so you're psyching yourself up to rescue her? Yes, because I'm the manliest of manly men. That's why I work out with my manly brace. Except that I hear some discord in that manliest of men's voice of yours. I don't mean to be rude, but can't you talk without shouting? Sorry! I'll try not to shout so much, if it's possible, that is. Which is not at all possible by the sound of it. So do you mind if I ask you some questions as Junie's lawyer? No problem. Ask away. Keep them coming, man. Ouch, my ears ache already. Whoa, check out your badge. What do you think? Nice and shiny, huh? Yeah, it's awesome. If the plating ever starts to peel or it gets bent up, let me fix it up for you. Really? Thanks. No problemo. I'll have some primo clay and glaze at the ready, just in case. Wait, what does clay have to do with my badge? Whoa, did you make that? Let me fire it in the kiln for you. Just give it to me and I'll take care of the rest. I think I'll pass on the kiln firing this time. Phew, dodged a bullet there. That fucking pot smashing noise. Whoa, deja vu, man! It's like I can almost taste my near victory again. But no, the final showdown was canceled because of that murder. This topic sure seems to strike a raw nerve. Hope it doesn't become between you guys. You kidding? Our friendship is like a diamond, only tougher. You could say it's unbreakable. It's like a powder keg before a spark. It's like the calm before the storm. In other words, it's under a lot of pressure and ready to blow at any moment. Whoa, did you make... Oh, okay, no. Oh, that paper! So, Robin, is this article true? The author of that article has been gunning for the 3 of us for some reason. It's been nothing but trashy articles like this as long as I can remember. Maybe the author just wants your attention? No way, man! The venom in those articles is way beyond that. I wonder. Robin, could you tell me a little more about yourself? You want to know about me? I'm a second-rate member of the Fine Arts Club. The Fine Arts Club? Looks like a broken... Okay. And again, I'm watching JoJo. It is great. Part 1 is kind of like... People say, like, you should skip part 1. Don't skip part 1. It's all really good. Say, did you create those stage statues by any chance? You bet I did. Both of them. Put my blood, sweat, and tears into those things, man. It must have been terrible seeing them all smashed up like that. Nah, I couldn't face Professor Court if I let something like that get me down. Watch the first series took a break, but that break is still going. What do you mean? Professor Court was the Fine Arts Club advisor. She was all about truth and beauty, man. She always said, the only good result is the truth. That and only lawyers who seek the truth through legitimate means produce worthwhile results. Yes, I'm totally on your guys' side. She must have been an incredible woman. Yeesh, you call me loud when I practice my chords of steel. Aw, man, why did I have to take the prosecutor course? I mean, how am I supposed to save Juniper if I'm studying to be a prosecutor? Don't worry, I'll clear Junie's name, you'll see. The three of us had a dream. We swore we'd make it happen together. Prosecutor, lawyer, judge. Three of us would hold fair and honest trials. Not at all biased because we all know each other, and probably talk about the case outside of the court. Dark age of the law? Ha! We were gonna put a nail in its coffin, man. Wow, you guys swore to do that? Yeah, he's adjusting nothing. He's going like, he's just rubbing his fist on his chest. But no! That stupid school rule had to ruin it. School rule? Which one? Anyone with a prior conviction, no matter how minor the offense, they won't be allowed to graduate from this stupid holier-than-thou school! A tough legal academy with even tougher rules. Junior will never become a judge unless I can prove her innocence. And if I fail, the three of them will never realize their dream. It's like someone put pressure on my pressure. Oh, we're not done, are we? No, oh, maybe we are done. Huh. I might have to go to the other place and then come back. Thought the area was cordoned off. Hey, the police are discussing something over there. Oh, I know. I'll just quietly sneak over for a listen. Here goes. Ah, Dino, watch where you're... Huh? Ah! Ouch. Who put this stupid box here? Wait. Ah! Apollo, this box, there's... What now? There's someone or... something inside. Don't let it be a snake! Turns white to black. Panda ink. Fragile. Hands off the side up. You morons just blew my cover. What the... There really is someone inside. That someone is me, Miriam Scuttlebutt. And I'm a senior in the judge course. What's with the box? It's the fate of we who live in the shadows. There's a very good reason why none may see my face by the light of day. Scuttlebutt, yep. Scuttlebutt means like the gossip, like the word around. Wait, if you're taking the judge course, did you write a mock trial script too? You really want to see my script that bad? Well, you better watch out. Read it without my permission and you'll wish you hadn't. Ha, but... As senior in the judge course, she walks around with a box over her head and has a strange laugh. I like that it's just the slit with their eyes, age 17. Who cares? I'm sure it was rejected for a good reason. If you want to give me a present, just slip it through a hole in my box. Or if it's too big, you can open up the top and give me it that way. She has a camera. She has like a disposable camera. So which way is it gonna be? Either way creeps me out. I love this newspaper. The paper quality, the printing method, the smell of the ink. Could it be more perfect? Is it really that amazing? Meh, you just don't get it, do you? That fucking forward punch looks like the gif of SpongeBob breaking through the metal wall. Toilet paper, hamster cage lining, window wiper. My paper is so awesomely versatile. I don't understand the contents run the entire spectrum of fecal matter as well. The fecal funny. This is the... We talked about it last night. This is the fecal funny. My script was way more popular than Juniper's. Really? Wow, was that the majority opinion? Yep. My behind-the-scenes maneuvers, threats, and deceptions worked like a charm. Miriam, this may come as a surprise to you, but that's called cheating. Says you. I didn't break the law. Besides, the end justifies the means. That's what they teach us here. Apparently some people are already thriving in the dark age of the law. Girl looks like she's supposed to be in Danganronpa. Man, I really want to play Danganronpa V3. I don't know if I have another visual novel in me right now, though. Oh, so you're studying to be a judge, too? You must be classmates with Juniper. Whoa, classmates. That was a weird grind. Are you a friend of hers? Juniper. Sure, she's my friend. That's why I'm gathering info. Now tell me all you know. You know, for tomorrow's trial. For tomorrow's trial? What are you talking about? I'm going to take the stand, naturally. So the witness for the prosecution is some weirdo in a cardboard box? This disguise is how I get my scoops. I like how the sweat is the entire box. But you're right, it's me. So tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. Wait a second, Miriam. Repeat what you just said. Lawyer with brains is as bad as his ears. Poor Juniper. I'm taking the stand tomorrow. Tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. Clear enough for you this time? I thought so. Athena, my bracelet's reacting. Really? That means... a lie already? That was quick. I like how the icon is different depending on what it is. It's a lock for the Psyche lock, and a circle with an eye for Apollo. I actually don't know what this is. I'm assuming it's going to be the eyes, but it might not be. Nope, wasn't the eyes. Oh, wait a minute. She's grasping. Okay, it looks like she grasps on that long one. Hold on. I do like the... Oh no, you can't.
Gotcha!
That's strange. You suddenly tightened your grip when you said, for Juniper's sake. It's like you subconsciously tensed up because you're lying. What are you talking about? When did I ever lie? Okay then, let me ask you this. Why were you selected as a witness? That's an easy one. I'm the editor-in-chief of the Themis Herald. I know everything there is to know around campus, even the darkest of secrets. Editor-in-chief, huh? Pretty impressive. Yeah, well, it's a lonely one-woman operation. I do it all myself, from reporting to editing to publishing. Still impressed? I'm a perfect storm of journalism because I bring it all to the table. And this is the evidence. Here. An extra edition of the Themis Herald, published to coincide with the mock trial. An extra edition of the school paper that covers the mock trial. Thanks, Miriam. You revealed who you truly are. Someone who's never had Junie's best interests in mind. What? Are you questioning our friendship? Look, you may want answers, but no can do, because what you're saying conflicts with this piece of evidence.
Take that!
That's the Themis Herald, the paper I publish. What about it? Are you really that dense? This article is full of malicious lies about Junie. It's definitely not something a true friend of hers would write. You got it all wrong. Another staff member wrote that one. I don't think so, Miriam. You even just said it yourself a moment ago. It's a one-woman operation. Or did you forget already? You just give me all the info you have. stupid pawn. Juniper's just using you. An unceremonious cancellation mock trial. Objection. Where'd you get these photos from? Robin, generating a key blast here to hit Juniper in the head. What's that say? 200, I wish I could, 200 bottle value pack. Oh, 200 bottles of ink. I'm gonna pour all that ink on Karma and turn him into an inky Toon Panda. Now I want the truth, Miriam. You hide in your box in order to collect gossip for your sleazy paper, isn't that right? You're not really friends with Juniper, are you? No duh. She's a target of my scoops, and my readers demand dirt. Extra, extra. The dirty little secret of the squeaky clean student council president. Dirty little secret? Alright, what are you planning to say in court, huh? I'm a witness to her part in the crime. I'm going to tell it all in a shocking exposé. The end justifies the means. That's my brand of tell-all journalism. The end justifies the means. Wait a second. In this dark age of the law, many of us embrace Professor Means' methods, even future judges. I even adopted an end justifies the means brand of journalism, which includes tape recorders secretly hidden all over our campus, secretly recording every last word without anyone being any the wiser. Didn't she realize it's totally illegal? And on one of them, at the scene of the crime, the art room. You put a tape recorder in the art room? What did it record? You wanna know? You really wanna know? Yes, please. That's so nice of you to... Like I'd really tell you now. The big scoop comes out in court tomorrow. You're so mean, Miriam. According to my evidence, a fatal fissure had opened between the three of them. Who? Junie, Hugh, and Robin? What do you mean by a fatal fissure? That's like when you... that's what you get when, you push out the dookie too hard and you tear the lining of your anus. It's called an anal fissure. A rift in the trio. Juniper, Hugh, and Robin used to be the best of friends. Used to be. They still seem to get along fine to me. What? I'm right! Don't you zai me. It's in some Discord, though. You know what? Never mind. You don't know anything. Professor Means has his followers and Professor Court had hers. Their influence is inescapable. You implying that one of them adheres to the extreme idea you and Professor Means have? But why would anyone follow that philosophy? How could you possibly understand? You're new around here. Miriam, wouldn't you feel better if you came out of the dark and into the light? I can see fine in here. You'll be the one seeing the light in court tomorrow. Then you realize how guilty Juniper Woods really is. We're gonna have to cross-examine her tomorrow. I don't know where to start. Well, let's take care of whatever we can today. You're right. Let's see what else we could find out. Huh, okay. Oh. Look, there's Hugh. Hey, Hugh! Oh, it's you two. Do you want something? Did you find anything? You said you were going to do some investigating of your own. Nope, nothing yet. Afraid it's not looking very good for Juniper. You really think Juniper could have done something like this, do you? Only the author and the victim knew the contents of the script. Both the stage and the art room were in the exact same state as described therein. Nobody could mimic the crime like that unless they'd already read the script. Or wrote it. But, look, Professor Means is better able to handle this than you two, so just leave it to him. Here it is again, picking up some discord in Hugh's voice. So you really declared that you'd confess to Junie if you won the mock trial? 'Cause he's definitely not the shy type. Yeah, well, that's just the genius that is me. My thoughts and actions are on a whole other level from you mouth breathers. No, it's your vanity that's on a whole other level. You lost the bread, gambler? Oh no. You got the baby? I get it. This is your way of mocking my defeat. You like shoving people's shame in their faces. That's your modus operandi. No, that wasn't my intention. Besides, you were never actually defeated. Oh, I suppose you're right. Or is this just a trick intended to provoke me? That wasn't my intention either. And what was your intention? I know, you're trying to toy with my emotions. Wow, this guy can't take being humbled old country style. Random junk from some mouth breather? Makes you think I'd want to see that. Least you could do is make it more interesting, like by telling me how cool I am. Who does this guy think he is? It wasn't in my piece technically, but as I saw it, yeah, I lost. Ah, okay. That's from the archery club. We let the school use it for the mock trial. Never figured out it would end up being used like it was. Of course, the real murder weapon isn't an arrow at all. I know, but the fact remains that it was used in this whole insidious plot. But a mouth breather like you couldn't possibly understand. You see, archery is a sport that demands advanced mental focus. Bread was good, love the candied fruit. Does sound good. And the killer's actions have done harm to its image. Wait, doesn't he pull his arrow back as one of his animations? Or his bow? I know exactly what you mean, except for that mouth breather remark. Well, let's hope that someday you will, because it couldn't be any more self-evident. Like him less and less every time he opens his mouth. Is it just me, or is this your name here? That's my name, but how should I know what it's doing there? But being that whole campus looks up to me, I'm not surprised to find my name mentioned here and there. And I'm not surprised he said that, being the narcissist he is. Your attorney's badge looks brand new. That just shows how inexperienced and useless you are. Well, when you get your badge, it'll be shiny and new too. You mouth breathers just don't get it, do you? My badge will be a symbol of my genius. And the moment I get it, it will be chipped, bent, and worn as if it's been through 1,000 courtroom battles. He's like some hipster doofus. Hugh, would you mind telling me a bit about yourself? Whatever. I'm 6'1", and under this uniform, I'm 100% lean muscle. My grades are outstanding, and I'm the ace of the archery club. Needless to say, I never miss my mark. Oh, and I'm incredibly humble, too. How can you even say that with a straight face? Those around me call me a genius, but I pay them no mind. But when it comes to tests, I always get 100%, so I suppose it's only natural for them to say I'm a genius. Call shenanigans. But as I said before, I pay them no mind. Heard you the first time. What about the mock trial? It sounded like you were about to lose to Robin. That's a very good reason for that. See, right before the mock trial started, I saw the body. You saw the body? Right, and I was so distraught that I basically handed Robin a victory. Look at him sweating. Hugh, would you mind telling us a little more about that? Right before the mock trial, the campus was empty. Everyone was here in the lecture hall. That's right, there was that announcement, and then everyone came in here. The only exceptions were the mock trial participants. Juniper, Robin, and I were in our personal dressing rooms next door. Wow, your own personal dressing rooms? That's total VIP treatment. Actually, they're for student-teacher meetings. They don't even have windows. The other two waited patiently in their rooms, but that's not my style. So I headed over to the archery range on the other side of the quad. Did some meditation while I waited. That's the best way to relax. Then just before the mock trial was to start, I headed back toward the main building. Why is Jay for Juniper, but then Robin and Hugh have N and O for Newman and O'Connor. As I walked across the quad, I passed in front of the stage. So that's when you saw the body? Right, it was quite a shock. As much as I hate to admit it, my legs were shaking. Could have easily beaten Robin if I hadn't been for that. John. Guess the name is Garfield now. Wait, hold it right there. You went through with the mock trial even though you just discovered the body? Why didn't you tell anyone? We were talking about someone getting killed here. I think I know why. Was it because of this? Where'd you get that? So this article in the Demas Herald is true. Though whenever the mock trial, we'll get to make his confession to Junie. Right, but if I reported the body I'd found, the whole thing would be called off. Really wanted to win that bad? Bad enough to ignore a dead body? Sorry, but that's not normal. Or could their love for Junie really be that strong? Thanks for sharing that important piece of information with us. May prove useful at tomorrow's trial as I adjust my fake tie. That doesn't exist. Good, because that's all I have to say about the matter. Thanks, and don't worry, we'll prove Juniper's innocence. You'll see. Heh. I can't say you two inspire much confidence. Okay, Athena, what next? I think we talked to everyone who's somehow linked to the case. Okay, maybe it's about time we wrapped up our investigation. Oh wait, we haven't met with Junie yet. Yeah, you're right. Let's head over to the detention center. October 24th, detention center, visitor's room. Dina, thank you so much for coming. She called me Dina like she used to. Maybe she's finally letting her guard down. It's your attorney's badge, isn't it? I really envy you, no? Oh wait, we already... Wish the mock trial had ended better than it did. Yeah, but to have 3 good friends all play leading roles? It's pretty amazing if you think about it. That's true, and it's thanks to the strength of our friendship. There's nothing we can't do if we help and support each other. I don't know, is that really the issue here? But whenever I bring it up... Yes, that's what it's all about. The friendship between the 3 of us is absolute. Dina, it's obvious that they're friends, so let's leave it at that. Yes, I know that, but her words seem kind of forced. Yeah, but Apollo didn't sense anything off, so it's fine. Junie, I noticed that whenever you said our friendship is solid, you shit your pants. I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't go around showing that to everyone. How come? I mean, it's so well made. Aren't you gonna wear it when you sing? Huh. Oh wait, we've already read this. Oh, that's... Sorry, but I couldn't help reading it. You always were popular with the guy... Oh wait, okay. Script. Junie, the crime's unfolding exactly like your script. Any idea what's going on here? What if she thinks it's friendship, but for the other 2 it's not? Or is it coercion? Well, you'll see. It all gets explained, don't worry. Any idea what's going on here? We wanted to make it fair, so the script was kept secret until the day of the mock trial. And the only people who knew the details were Professor Court and I. Not that we haven't heard already so far. However... Yes? What is it, Junie? Oh, there was this one article in the school paper. You mean this one? It's more like a tabloid piece than a newspaper article, if you ask me. I've been worried that the trial would wreck the friendship between Robin, you, and me. She wants to stay friends, but both of the guys are hoping to take it to the next level. Well, you know neither of them get her, because in the first case, she was fawning over Apollo. Literally. She was fucking knitting a scarf for him while talking about him. Oh, the passion of high school drama. Wish I could have experienced it. And I know I shouldn't have, but... revised the script to favor the prosecution. But Professor Court noticed it immediately and changed it back. So if Robin had won, Hugh wouldn't have been able to confess his love to Junie. That would have kept the trio's relationship the same. Never knew Junie could be so devious. Sorry, I guess my personal problems probably won't be of any help in court, huh? You never know. Help often comes from the most unexpected places. Thanks, Juniper. The awl. I was wondering about the awl you had on you when you were arrested. Ugh, that was a slur of a line. It was the murder weapon from the mock trial. Professor Court and I were prepping it in the art room until the day before the trial. I didn't even realize I still had it on me when I was arrested. And we've nothing to worry about. Shouldn't be any way to link it to the crime. Still, that blood-red color on the awl bothers me. Wasn't it just paint or something? I mean, I was looking at it from pretty far away, but it probably was just paint. But that's what bothers me. It wasn't on the awl when we were prepping it yesterday. It wasn't? And how and when did it get there? Well, before the mock trial began, I showed Dina and Mr. Wright to the waiting room. Then I went back to my dressing room to get the trial props we were going to use. That's when I found the art room key and the awl with what looked like blood on it. A key and the awl? Professor Court normally has the art room key since she's the Fine Arts Club advisor. And since that key was there in the dressing room, I thought she was the one who had painted the awl that looked like it had blood on it. After that, she always insisted that props should be realistic, so... The awl suddenly shows up on the day of the trial with what looks like blood on it? I have a really bad feeling about this. Me too, but let's not jump the gun on this. You and Professor Court were busy preparing for the mock trial together yesterday, right? Was that the last time you saw her? Yes, I left school around 6 p.m. Did you notice anything different about her? No, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. She looked and acted the same as always. I would never guess she'd end up like this. Looks like we're about out of time. Thank you for coming to see me. We'll do everything we can to prove you innocent tomorrow. I know. I believe in you, Dina. Well, I should go now. Bye. And from this angle, does it look like the policeman, the guard over there has a microphone dick? Is she gonna be alright? She's like a shadow of the girl we met back at the academy. Junie I know was always like that, a little weak and sickly, just like Chris from the hit game Deltarune, which Chapter 5 is already out in this point in history, so they know what happens in Chapter 5. But the fact that she's lifted her facade shows that she trusts us. Even still, what is it? Well, when Junie and her two friends were talking about their friendship, I sensed some discord in their hearts. Seriously? Yeah, but it was really faint. I might have been mistaken. There's no reason to doubt their friendship, is there? Don't worry, everything will be fine. You and Juniper are friends, right? You know that friend I mentioned to you earlier? Well, get this. Whenever something's troubling one of us, the other can just feel it. That's real friendship. I suppose you're right. Might as well forget about that and concentrate on the trial. Meanwhile, Apollo brings up this friend a bunch of times and, like, who the fuck is he talking about? Yep, tomorrow's the big day. Let's sort out what we know so far. Okay. The victim, Professor Constance Court, was murdered in the art room on the 3rd floor. Then her body was moved to the outdoor stage in the quad. Also, the location where we found the body was just as the mock trial script described. Wish those were the only similarities they shared. What do you mean? What I mean is the script in this case are exactly the same in almost every aspect. Every respect. So it follows that the actual trial may well unfold just like the mock trial did. Oh no. The mock trial ended right before the prosecution was about to win. Well, that's not gonna happen. This time Junie will be declared not guilty. Of course, I intend to get our results the honest way. We could do this. We'll be fine. After all, I have Apollo, and he's the king of being fine. I'm gonna go for, like, probably another 50 minutes. I'm probably gonna go to 420 Blaze it again. Just to make this a 3-hour stream since I started late. Again, I will probably not be here tomorrow. I think I'm going to take tomorrow night off. Thursday, I'll probably do more Ace Attorney. And Saturday, I will be here with a 3-segment stream. New Tetris 99 Maximus Cup, new Kirby Air Ride event, and Splatoon Splatfest. So it's going to be like a packed Saturday evening. That's why I'm taking tomorrow off, because I don't want to do 4 streams in a row and then stream Saturday. Regarding the timing of streams, actually, there is a chance that the rush to cut it off at 4:30 might not be an issue in a while, but also I kind of don't want that to be the fix for this. I want to just be here on time. October 25th, 9:47 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. My butterflies have butterflies in their stomach. So what's it like to have your very own case for the first time? My heart hasn't raced this fast since I ran that full marathon last year. If it keeps up, you might get a lawyer's high. You know, like a runner's high? Relax, everyone's nervous their first time. We're certainly dressed for the occasion. Oh no, why are you here? So my fears weren't unfounded. After all, today's prosecutor is so terribly brutal, and willing to use any means necessary to win a conviction. There's that the end justifies the means concept again. Now it has come to this. Please don't smile. We have no choice but to fight fire with fire. The end justifies the means. Wish he'd stop saying that. That's your method, Professor. I'm going to defend Juniper in my own way. But Miss Sykes, just yesterday you told me... But if this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain? Well, I'll just have to make sure that doesn't happen. Then I won't then. Well, I'll just have to make sure that doesn't happen then, won't I? My, but aren't you a stubborn one? Well, I suppose you will have to learn of your own inefficacy the hard way. Forgive me, Professor Means, but can we just leave it at that? Oh dear, please forgive me. It's just I wish to protect Juniper by any means I can. I do too, but... Now, if you would excuse me... Ugh, thanks to him, I'm feeling even more pressure than before. Don't let it get to you, Athena, and don't forget to keep smiling. I'll be fine, and I haven't forgotten what Mr. Wright said. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. Trial's about to begin. I'll show you to the courtroom, if you please. Apollo, I'm counting on you to support Athena this time. Okay, Mr. Wright, leave it to me. That's right, I have Apollo to back me up. Judy's fate rests in my hands. Won't rest until she walks free. October 25th, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 4. Okay, so court still does begin at 10 a.m. Why in case 2 was court starting at 9:30? Court 1 is now in session. All rise. Chat, you better be rising from your seats when that happens. Show the judge some respect. Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods. Athena Sykes, the defense team leader, is ready, Your Honor. I thought I was late for school, so I put on a school outfit. That didn't sound very confident. You sure you're okay? I'll be fine. Your baldness. I know. As usual, you want me to deliver the opening statement. Huh? This case is crystal clear. I see no need to explicate it any further. Now summon the witness. Is there something the matter? Please do share your baldness. Whatever gave you that idea? Bailiff, please call our first witness. And now we don't even get an opening statement? Booby Fulbright. Detective Fulbright. He and Prosecutor Blackwell become quite the team. Alright, the case brief. Leave it to me. Yes, let the detective in charge, everyone's favorite friend of justice, explain. What was that just now? It's like he and Blackwell are totally in sync. Well, I don't think they're capable of mind melding, if that's what you're thinking. Alright, Detective Fulbright, would you please explain the case to the court? Professor Court's body was discovered on October 24th at approximately 2:30 p.m. She was murdered with this awl I have here. The victim's blood and the defendant's prints were both discovered on it. Weapon used to murder Constance Court. Her blood was found along with Junie's fingerprints. Ah! Court's autopsy report added to the court record. Estimated time of death between 6 and 8 p.m. Cause of death, blood loss from a deep stab wound in the victim's side. Wow, that bird can deliver evidence too? Blackwell's trained him well. Maybe Blackwell should train it not to mess up people's hair while he's at it. Moving right along, a body was discovered on the outdoor stage, although no blood was found there. However, we detected traces of a massive amount of blood in the third-floor art room. In short, the murder took place in the art room. So then the body had been moved from the art room to the stage? Precisely, and there's one more piece of irrefutable evidence. A recording made by a tape recorder that a school paper reporter hid in the art room. Great. Blood loss due to a stab wound. Sides of the body marks indicate wrists may have also been bound, no other visible damage, but the stab wound was very rough. Time of death was likely on the 23rd. Wait. Okay, yeah, it's the 25th. I got confused there. It captured a female voice screaming, "You're a goner!" Just like in the hit game Undertale, the Goner Kids. Or the Goner Kid. And the Goner... Oh, man. What am I doing? What's this? You have such a recording? Must be from that tape recorder Miriam mentioned. But why is this the first we've heard of a death threat at the moment of the murder? Shh, silence, please. I would like to play the tape for you now. You're a goner. It's quite hard to hear. But the voice does sound female. Used by Miriam to secretly record the conversation in the art room. A woman can be heard shouting, "You're a goner." The noise and low volume of the voice have made voice print analysis all but impossible. Then you haven't identified the voice as belonging to the defendant. Not so fast. After all, voice print analysis isn't everything. The victim was killed at night, then discovered in the afternoon the next day. The question is, when was the body moved? Oh, I know. It could have been moved in the middle of the night when no one was around. Sorry, but no. The campus was full of students that morning. However, no one reported seeing a body. That means the body was moved sometime before the mock trial when all the students and faculty had gathered in the lecture hall and the rest of the campus was empty. It was during this time Hugh O'Connor, one of the mock trial participants, found the body. So the prosecution heard about Hugh seeing the body. Wait one moment. If all the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall, then there wouldn't have been anyone who could have moved the body. Have no fear, for there's always an exception. Exception? The 3 mock trial participants were standing by in individual dressing rooms. They were the only ones who had free access to the deserted campus before the mock trial. What? Then that would mean... what would that mean? Those 3 students were the only ones who could have moved the body. In justice we trust. I don't like where this is headed, Athena. Me neither. And by those 3, I mean... Hugh O'Connor, Robin Newman, and Juniper Woods. I knew it. Please, Detective Fulbright, don't say what I think you're about to say. In justice we trust. I take it everyone understands now. The voice believed to be that of the murderer was female. And out of the 3 people who could have moved the body, just 1 is a girl. That leaves the defendant Juniper Woods as the only possibility. No! Impressive. He has you on the ropes even before any cross-examinations. You could at least pretend to be upset for me. A splendid job, Fulbright. That could not be any clearer. If Feel free to anticipate a salary raise next month. He is the opposite of Edgeworth. In every way. I don't do this for the money. It's all about justice. In justice we trust. Not only a half-wit, but a perennial stick in the mud you are. Guess neither the carrot nor the stick works in Detective Fulbright. Now, bailiff, please bring our next witness to the stand. So, our first witness is a cardboard box. Cat. Stealth mode deactivated. Oh my, the box has hands. Today I'm gonna unbox this. Today I'm gonna do an unboxing. Damn, unboxing's got hands. Smile, Your Honor. What the dickens? I've just had my picture taken. Miriam Scuttlebutt, senior at the Legal Academy. I'm a reporter on the judge course. Juniper's been a bad girl. I'll tell you all about her crime. Might I ask whether you could come out of that box? How will I get any more scoops if I blow my cover? The answer is no. After all, covert action is an undercover reporter's bread and butter. But testimony from a faceless witness is highly irregular. A former ninja I met in the clink said that exposing those who work in the shadows is to pass a death sentence upon them. Oh my, I never thought of it that way. To die without leaving a body, that is the way of the Garo. Very well, if it would spare a life, I'll make a special exception this time. Former ninja in prison? Holy Shinto! How can the judge believe this load of crock? Now your testimony, please. Oh, but take care not to reveal your face. Similarity of the case and the script. The murder happened exactly like Juniper's mock trial script. Up until the mock trial began, only Professor Court and Juniper knew the script's content. But Professor Court's sudden decision not to use the script sparked Juniper's murderous rage. Juniper has to be the killer. She has a motive and the murder is just like her script. Why would she murder just like the script? Wouldn't that make her suspect number one? Like it just did? The murder is just like her script. Could such a thing be true? Compare her script to the murder case in the crime scene photos. Then you'll see. This is so simple, even an ape posing as a decrepit old judge could understand. Wow. Only the victim and the defendant were privy to the script. Ergo, the defendant is the killer. Furthermore, in the art room where the crime supposedly occurred, this witness's script, along with an envelope on which "use" was written, were found. This proves that the accused script had been rejected the day before the mock trial. Wait, what? She pressed the victim to use her script. An argument ensued, and then the fatal stabbing. That makes perfect sense. What now? Prosecutor Blackwell has all his ducks lined up in a row. He's really on a roll now. He's like a pit bull once it sinks its teeth in you. How dare she? My script had it all. A bum rap and phony evidence. Grudges and betrayals. Trust the defense is ready to cross-examine the witness? No problem. I mean, yes, I'm ready. I think. Time to find a hole in her testimony and unbox the truth. I've seen it done over and over. I know I can do this. Remember, this is her first trial. Similarity of the case and the script.
Hold it!
Must be places where the script and this case diverge. Heck, don't sweat the details. That kind of stress will give you wrinkles.
Objection!
I'm not worried. My skin is as fair as silk.
Objection!
Indeed, you are quite fair. Fairly desperate.
Objection!
What did you just say? Blackwell really turned that one around on you. Yeah, he got your ass. Whose side are you on? Hurry up and think of a clever comeback. Oh, easy there, Athena. Now you listen to me. The two cases do indeed have their differences. For one, the stage hadn't yet been erected in the mock trial script, and in the actual case there were signs indicating the victim's wrists had been bound. But such differences pale in comparison to the host of similarities. In any event, replicating the crime scene without knowledge of the script is an impossibility. Looks like I won't be passing this off as a coincidence. What a total burn. Try again, why don't you, pawn of woods?
Hold it!
Somebody could have stolen a peek beforehand. I don't think so. I mean, I tried any number of times. Shame on you, Miriam. But that crafty she-devil Juniper has eyes in the back of her head. What chance does your average person have if an undercover reporter like me failed? Interesting point. Still, Miss Scuttlebutt, won't you get in trouble later for admitting to such underhanded tactics? Why, I plead entrapment! How is your blurting out your own crime entrapment? But you haven't scooped me yet. They were all set to use Juniper's script.
Hold it!
How do you know that Professor Court wasn't going to use her script? There in the art room where the heinous crime took place, an envelope marked U's and Miriam Scuttlebutt's script were found. Evidently, the script was going to be used, but the script that was going to be used belonged to the girl in the box over there. It's only natural that my script would be accepted and hers rejected. I introduced all sorts of brand new concepts, including bribery and fake evidence. It was a cutting-edge script portraying a courtroom battle in the dark age of the law. Can't help but feel Professor Court went out of her way not to use it. But Juniper, she used some devious underhanded tactics to get her script chosen. That's why her script and not my masterpiece was used in the mock trial. How's that for an explanation?
Hold it!
Anyone saw the mock trial could have recreated the crime. After they saw the mock trial, they could have easily staged the body just like the script.
Objection!
She sure is jealous, yep. Weary is the trial which pits Hawk against Canary.
Objection!
What did you just say? If he's so weary, he should try humping less. But that saves some energy. It's no time for jokes, Apollo. You just call me a canary. Don't let him get to you. These canaries pick up on things quickly, just like you. I shan't repeat myself, so listen carefully, Sykes Dono. Hugh O'Connor discovered the body before the mock trial even began. How could one stage the body as it is in the script before anyone knew its contents? That's right. Do you even fathom the intricacies that go into staging a crime scene? No, I think not. You have the rudimentary mind of an elementary school child. Elementary school? Reporter's testimony throws attorney Athena Sykes for a loop. Perfect caption. How marvelous. That a photo in the newspaper is just the thing to boost your brand. In a school paper? Seriously? I believe you pressed the witness more than enough, Miss Sykes. Now do you see how clear-cut my case is? Take it now, and in that fair, desperate mind of yours. Brand, sir. My brand. Look with your special eyes. Etch it deep so you may never forget. No. No! Even my argument gets thrown back in my face. It wasn't supposed to be like this. What am I gonna do? Athena, you should just about have all the answers you've been looking for now. Huh? Think about it this way. The killer knew the details of the mock trial. Would they really commit the crime in the exact same way? I don't follow. Try to place yourself in the killer's shoes, but you'll discover an inconsistency if you do. I get it. Thanks, Apollo. Miss Scuttlebutt, just so we're clear, you're claiming that the killer intentionally made the crime scene look just as it was in the script. And that is beyond a shadow of a doubt not a coincidence. Is that correct? No, duh. After all, it's just more evidence of Juniper's evil she-devil ways.
Objection!
What'd I say? What'd I say? Our client made the crime scene look just like the script, something only known to her. That would be not just foolhardy, but completely irrational. What do you mean? Yes, Miss Sykes, please tell this court what you mean by irrational. Wouldn't make any sense for Junie to mimic her own script on purpose, because it would mean leaking the script. Not be possible. Make her the culprit. The murderer's scene was the same as it was in the mock trial script. That in of itself is irrational. What's wrong with them being the same? Yes, Miss Sykes, care to explain what you mean? Okay, let's say for argument's sake that Miss Woods is the killer. If so, then what reason would she have to intentionally make the actual murder mimic her own script? That's easy. She was admitting that she was the... That's right. If she really had done all that, it would have been like proclaiming to the world that she was the killer. So what we actually have here is evidence of someone trying to frame our client. The office supplies stuck up there. The body was found the day of the mock trial. In short, the day of the details were revealed. So it'd be completely inconceivable for the murder to go exactly like the script. Don't let it go to your head just yet.
Objection!
That's what I thought at the start. It would seem Justice Dono's comrade-in-arms has finally drawn her sword. However, the blade is dull, and it shall remain so until you master its use. Enough of the stupid sword metaphors already. There's a perfectly good reason for the inconsistency of which you speak. Reason? What reason? Must I spell out everything? You are what people today call high maintenance. Latest YouTube short just broke your record of 2.5k views, and now your record is 4.2k. Nice! Macaw, I'm scared. Don't be scared. You're on your way. The accused had intended to stop the mock trial, and in that event, Neria's soul would have been the wiser of the similarities of the case and script.
Objection!
No, the mock trial was only stopped after the body was accidentally discovered.
Objection!
Our witness here had also discovered the body. In fact, she was led to our dearly departed professor by the accused herself. What? Miss Scuttlebutt saw the body too? Precisely, and with the discovery of the body, the mock trial ought to have been cancelled. Wait, so you didn't call the police? Nope, I kept it a secret for my big scoop. You can't do that. I made her pay long and hard penance for her sin. For her skin. I took her skin. I made her pay long and hard penance for her sin. Did I not, my little box top? Cack, compared to the work of a war correspondent, sheer terror of that was... Jeez, I wonder what the Twisted Samurai did to her. Block off all the holes in her box? And spin her like a top while Detective Fulbright cackled in delight? That sounds more nauseating than scary. Enough jabbering. Witness, continue your testimony. Sure, Mr. Samurai. I'm ready to finish off that she-devil. What Scuttlebutt saw. I snuck into Juniper's dressing room while everyone was in the lecture hall. Juniper had changed into her stage costume. I asked her, "What are you doing?" When suddenly she fled into the hallway as if she wanted me to follow her. I followed her all the way to Professor Court's body. She led me right to it. I'm positive it was Juniper because she was wearing the costume that she had made.
Hold it!
Why'd you withhold such key testimony? Cut! What's what that's supposed to mean? Athena, you haven't started your cross-examination. I know, but her testimony points to her being a potential suspect. Well, I don't think Prosecutor Blackwell is... No, wait, I bet he's already thought of that. The witness left the lecture hall to sneak into Miss Wood's room before the mock trial. That means she, too, could have moved the victim's body. Prosecution's claim no longer has any ground to stand on. Help! Now, no need to ruffle your own feathers, so. It's 1 a.m. I'm worried that if I sleep and wake up, there's going to be more views. Well, who cares? It's good. When you squeak like a little brat, it agitates Taka. Do you want him to peck your eyes out? No, thanks. You listen here. The witness has a perfectly good alibi. Oh yeah, I do. Around the estimated time of death. I was at undercover reporter class. It's right near my home. Undercover reporter class. The proverbial rug has been pulled from under you. The witness could not be the killer. Defense must look before leaping, or at least make sure the rug's secured to the floor. Tried to warn you. Oh. Well, there ends the cross-examination. Let's allow the witness to step down. Huh? No, wait a minute. The defense has no right to cross-examine the witness after that little spectacle. Whatever a man is sowing, this he will also reap. Why can't he say you reap what you sow? Very well, if the cross-examination's over, I suppose the witness may go home. Perhaps spend some time in her lovely box and recover from today's stressful events. Don't you worry about me, Your Honor. There's no rest for the wicked, or journalists either. My third eye's always at eyeing a scoop. She's always eyeing a scoop. Well, back to the trenches. Bye-bye.
Hold it!
Not so fast, Miss Scuttlebutt. Apollo? There's just one thing I'd like to ask. Did you take a picture of the victim's body? And if not, why not? Well, that is... No, I didn't take one. Well, that's strange. Why would you take a picture? Wouldn't you take a picture if you're always eyeing a scoop? Did you or didn't you really see the victim's body? It's not like I actually saw it, but what the devil? Did you hear that, Your Honor? The witness didn't actually see the body. That completely overturns the prosecution's claims that the witness was led to it. Justice Dono, you dare bear steel at me again? Held it. Nice try, Boy Wonder. So what if I didn't see the body? The fact remains that Juniper led me there. Feast your eyes on this. Get a load of this. What exactly am I looking at here? This is a crucial moment forever frozen in time by my third eye. A photo clearly showing Juniper Woods. Why did you not tell me of this? It's a shocking scoop I was saving just for the right moment. And that would be right now, here in court. Surprise! What did I do? What did I do? All journalists keep their scoops secret until the right moment. She's pretty brave hiding it from Blackquill like that. Or pretty stupid. Well, this is an unexpected turn. Athena, about this picture. See how it only shows the back of the subject? So then... Right. Who knows whether this photo shows Juniper in the first place?
Objection!
Completely irrelevant point. What is relevant here is... there was someone who did try to lead the witness to the body. Why the table getting slammed? Why not me, Blackwell? Wow. Take a gander at this, the route by which the accused escaped. S to the J, yo! The witness pursued the accused this way after she fled the dressing room. It's been almost a year since I went to MagFest. I saw Lotus Juice perform there live. But I've talked about that before. The guy that does all the Persona rap. He also did Overdrive for part 2 of the JoJo anime. The accused descended to the first floor and exited to the quad. Then what, Carton Cretin? Then I tripped and fell, caught my knee on my own box. She stayed under her box even while running after someone? Sounds difficult. Recall that the body was already there, for Hugh O'Connor had already seen it. She was trying to show someone the body, because she wanted to stop the mock trial.
Hold it!
But if the facts have changed, that's all the more reason to cross-examine the witness. The defense does have a point there. Very well, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Seems Justice Dono has saved your pretty little hide, Missy. For now, at least. Whew, guess I pulled that off somehow. Thanks, Apollo. You're a lifesaver. Incidentally, my compliments to the witness for her very fine box. It's primo cardboard, lovingly selected from many... Tell another lie, or hide another fact from me. and I shall put it to the torch. God, please, anything but that. I think it would be more eco-friendly to recycle it, but that's just me. Alright, Miss Sykes, you may cross-examine the witness. Put me to a torch. God damn.
Hold it!
You said you snuck in, but why would you do something like that? Because if I got a big scoop on Juniper, club membership would go to the roof. Right now, the newspaper club only has one member, me. Club's history once I'm gone. So the Themis Herald's brand recognition is a matter of life and death. Her means may be questionable, but her motive is surprisingly sound. Extra, extra. Students seeking the thrills and chills of expose journalism report to the club room. This has been a paid advertisement. Anyway, where was I? Huh? Never took Miriam for such a go-getter.
Hold it!
Why would she change into that costume? The mock trial was about to begin. How should I know? But if you don't believe me, take a look at this photo. Look at this photo, Grant. I captured this crucial moment like the gonzo journalistic pro that I am. Gonzo? Why are the Muppets getting involved here? But this only shows the back of whoever was fleeing. Do you expect me to shoot her face when she's running away from me? I guess you're right, but it doesn't seem to be getting me anywhere. At any rate, as this photo shows, Juniper was in her stage costume. If the game keeps it up, you're going to find out very quickly where the line is drawn for you. There's only a line in one specific area. It's almost infinitely unlikely it'll show up. Wow.
Hold it!
That doesn't mean you had to chase her. Call it a journalistic instinct. I see something fishy, I go after it. But you never did catch up to her, did you? A true undercover journalist gets up and dusts herself off when she stumbles. That reminds me, didn't you fall during the chase when you tripped on your own box? A true undercover journalist is always ready to stumble over a great story. Sure are a lot of holes in your story, or is that just the scuttlebutt brand of journalism? A true undercover journalist always prevails against her adversaries. Gonna try to sleep, it's 1 a.m. Yeah, it's 4 a.m. here. I'm actually gonna stop in I was gonna go another 15, but I might only go another 10, and then use the last 5 to just round down.
Hold it!
This is probably gonna be the last cross-examination. What would our client have to gain from leading you there? The accused had employed her self-penned script as a manual for murder. Ergo, she had to stop the mock trial before the script's details became public. And that accounts for her desperate attempt to lead our carton cretin here to the body.
Objection!
But as we all know, Miss Scuttlebutt didn't alert the authorities. And as a result, the mock trial began as scheduled.
Objection!
The issue here is not whether it was in fact halted. The fact remains that the accused was trying to lead the witness to the body. Does that not show clear intent to halt the mock trial? I count for my desperate attempts, Blackwell. God damn! Okay, you'll go now. Yeah, you gotta cool yourself down there. Take a cold shower before you go to bed. Damn. Ah! Fuck, I hate it. I'm positive it was Juniper because she was wearing the costume that she had made. Oh, that was a... Oops. She keeps saying it was Junie, but she didn't even actually see the body. Yeah, but Blackwell's assertion takes that into account. So even if I press her on never seeing the body, I won't be able to overturn this testimony. Whoever it was that was fleeing, Miriam never did see their face. So I'm wondering why she thought it was Juniper. Try thinking along that line and see what you come up with.
Hold it!
You say it was our client because the figure you witnessed was wearing her costume. Isn't that a bit simplistic? It's only as simple and clear-cut as a good piece of journalism should be. Sure, it's simple, but I'd hardly call it clear-cut. That's why I chased her! She keeps saying that... Okay. Positive was Juniper because she was wearing the costume that she had made. But she didn't tell people about it. So how would they know it's hers?
Objection!
Excuse me, I am getting tired. Miss Scuttlebutt's sole basis for identifying our client as the figure in this photo is the fact that it shows someone in Miss Wood's stage costume. Well, it is Juniper's costume, so that must be Juniper in it. It's clear cut. No, that's where you're completely mistaken. What? This is a design drawing of our client's stage costume. Oh my, what a wonderful creation. The constellations are extraordinary. Glad you noticed, because those stars are precisely what's important here. In the drawing, there are constellations all over the outside of the costume. But there's not a single star in the costume in the photo. Oh, then that means, what exactly? Your Honor, there were no other blue costumes at the scene, which leads me to believe that the figure in the photo was wearing our client's costume inside out. But why would Miss Woods make a mistake like that? She wouldn't, dipshit. Well, it's not really a matter of why, but rather who made the mistake of putting it on inside out. Wait, you're not suggesting... That's right, I'm glad you're catching on. A costumes designer wouldn't put her own costume on inside out. Sorry, Miss Scuttlebutt, but doesn't believing you had a scoop when you really didn't make you a failure as a reporter? A failure as a reporter? And there goes her laptop. Ah! Why, hello, Miss Scuttlebutt. So nice to meet the woman beneath the box. You didn't see nothing.
Objection!
Now, I would have you stop right there, Sykes Dono. For it is the why of the matter upon which I would have this court focus. What do you mean? Miss Juniper Woods. Yes? What were you doing on the morning of the mock trial? I was in my dressing room, painting my costume in fluorescent paint. Fluorescent paint? My design drawing shows twinkling stars on the costume. I was going to make the costume shimmer like that by painting the inside fluorescent. What was that again? Fluoride? Did your costume have cavities? Not fluoride, fluorescent, as in glowing. The paint would make it glow in the dark. Yes, so you applied that to the inside of the costume. And then? I let it dry for a while because I heard it takes a long time. So I put the costume on my mannequin inside out. Inside out? So then... This is a photograph of the inside-out costume taken in the dark. As you can see, there's a heavy layer of paint over the entire inside surface. If someone would have properly donned this costume in this state, the wet paint would get all over their body. The glowing wet paint. Why, yes, I believe it would. Indeed, ergo the costume was worn the way it was, not by anyone's mistake. But because this was the way it was on the mannequin, inside out. Gah! Photo of the stage costume taken in a dark room. A coat of fluorescent paint made it glow. Figures he would have a photo. Something a little weird about that. Did we just fall into his trap? Yeah, I bet Blackwell had it all planned out. Still, I think you should give this photo a nice long look. Oh, please tell me you found something that doesn't add up. Check out the chest area. Kinda looks like handprints to me. Hey, you're right. But Junie would know better than to touch it while the paint was still wet.
Objection!
I believe the term to describe your thought process is wishful thinking. After all, if master painters make mistakes, why not rank amateurs such as the accused?
Objection!
So basically you're saying my claim requires evidence to back it up. Evidence? That shouldn't be a problem, right? After all, you've come this far. Just because I've come this far doesn't mean I've thought of everything, though. Just because I've come this far doesn't mean I've thought everything through, though. What? You mean you've just been bluffing? What'd you expect me to do? I'm sick of losing to this guy. But you're right, there's only one thing left to do at this point. And that's to present some evidence. Pronto. A showdown, is it? I'll gladly accept. The fluorescent paint must have stuck to the hands of whoever touched the costume. And that paint should glow in dark places. So I just need to carefully check every last piece of evidence. Piece of evidence shows who touched the costume. You know, I know who it is, but I kind of hinted at this earlier. Why is Robin's hands like charging up like a fucking Kamehameha here?
Take that!
A school newspaper. Interesting. Take a look at the photo where the lights are dimmed and the spotlight is on Miss Woods. Observe Mr. Newman's hands in that photo as he stands at the prosecutor's bench. As you can see, it's glowing, just like Miss Woods' fluorescent paint. It's glowing, and quite brightly, I might add. But why would he put fluorescent paint on his hands for the mock trial, you might ask? The answer is he wouldn't. Not on purpose. It got there when he put the costume on. Oh, that means, what again? It means the figure photographed in the costume was not our client, Juniper Woods. It was her classmate, Robin Newman. What? To think you were actually able to prove that. Well, you never know what's going to happen next. That's the thrill of the courtroom. So then... Does that mean that Robin is our man? Well, that's certainly how it looks. Very well, Robin Newman it is. He's here in the gallery, I trust. Show yourself. I challenge you to a duel. And I think this is where we're going to call it, right here. I know it's like a couple minutes earlier than I said I would, but this is like the perfect spot to stop. The game, this case takes a weird turn from this point that some people may see coming, but I think some people probably definitely won't. Shit, I guess sleep isn't happy because I closed my eyes on that very horrifying visual. Was it boobs? No, I'm joking. Anyway, another successful stream in the books. Meowdy, hey Karma, you missed everything. I'm stopping. Thank you. So yeah, good stream. We made progress. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. I really appreciate it. You know I always do. Tomorrow, turned RB into a snail. Nice. Tomorrow, I'm probably not streaming. I'm gonna get some other stuff done tomorrow. Thursday, I will be back with more Ace Attorney. And then Saturday, I will be back with Tetris 99, Kirby Air Ride, and Splatoon 3. All coming back for a special one-night special in one single stream. It's gonna be fun. Whoops, I clicked the wrong link when trying to log out. Oops, let me reload that. Good image. Kirby Aircon. It was a violent mutilation, but it was in more detail than my brain could actually cook up. That's what I get for reading a circus horror book. Oh, man. See, I would just fantasize about weird, sexy mutant clowns. Anyway, if you want to watch more streams, you can check out twitch.tv/team/littlespace. As usual, kind of no one else streaming over there right now, except Writer Fluff. But they already have a pretty large group watching them, so I'm gonna raid... Casey Mongelo is streaming, and I definitely recommend them, but I'm also not gonna raid them. Ainthin. Have I ever raided them? I'm gonna raid them. They're playing Pokemon Diamond. First ever playthrough of it. Cool. Clown TF. Yeah, God, if only Black Hole's here to slam the fuck out of the desk. Xeno? Who's Xeno? There's no one on my following list named Xeno. There's Zero Fricks, but I already put in the raid for Anthin here. So anyway, I'll be back Thursday with more Ace Attorney. Stick around. Say hi to Anthin. Have a great Wednesday and a good Thursday. And hopefully, next time I see you, I may have news. I don't know. We'll see. Things are in motion right now, and I'm very much caught up in stuff. So, it is what it is. Anyway, take care, everyone. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's and Thursday. Take care, and does that mean you have to stop being spicy? No, you could fantasize about Black Quill all you want. Just like Karma fantasizes about Gumshoe all the time. Anyway, good night, everyone. Stick around, say hi to Anthon. The raid's gonna wear out soon, so I'm gonna send you over there now. Bye.